Hey, affects Noel. How are you doing? Slurp, slurp. Oh, you got them. They arrived safe and sound. Were you patient? Did you wait until you brewed your tea to open the package, or did you just tear right into them? I'm glad they arrived, even if with my misspelling of your street. No, good for you. Was the tea good? Are the pens good? Did the pens? My brain is so fried. I I put the two pens for Canada and Brussels in their boxes, and they started filling out the customs form for one of them, and it got me very confused. So I had a pen person come by to pick up a pen, and then I went out to lunch and ate far too much and came back and crashed on my couch. So I never made it to the. Oh no. Oh, well, I'm glad you're happy. Which had the bad sack? That's not supposed to happen. I thought I went through all of them. And I'm glad you're happy. Oh, did it? Okay. Well, I'm glad you got it working. Was it really bad, or was it sort of gummy? I've been having some issues with the sacks I've been getting, and I haven't been smart enough to actually remember what I've sacked recently. Yeah, but those are the things that I've been finding on these things, and I don't know if it's that somehow there was ink in the back and it was, sitting upright where the ink was settled to the bottom, and the ink is churning and causing trauma, or what. It's really weird. But and I wish I knew the answer to that, because I don't know if the shipment I got was bad, or because I got two shipments recently and they both looked like they were identical and fine, but I just honestly, I don't know. So, and it's not something that I don't have a laboratory to actually try to figure it out. A little airtight lab. But anyway, I'm glad that you got it. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, the sac problems that I noticed recently are not at all like any issues I've ever seen before. Sacs can get sort of dry, and you stretch them and they sort of crack. and they're still rubbery, but they sort of crack like asphalt, when it dries. And then, but this one was weird. This was a weird thing. So again, I don't know. And I've heard from other people that they're having problems too. So, but anyway, hi, Friedrich. Do I say Friedrich? Friedrich? I'm glad you got to meet. Oh, hello, Ms. Marilyn, darling. I'm glad you got to meet Nicola this morning, whoever did. Mitch, did you have Friedrich? Did you, what am I trying to say here? Use your words, use your indoor voice, use your words. Did you, Effextinol, did you continue to chat with Nicola? Oh, good. He is quite a chatty Cathy. Even I chat, and I'm long-winded sometimes, but he starts and he goes. But the difference between what he says and what I say is what he says is actually full of facts and stuff. So, he's had a very interesting life, I think. His interests and knowledge about stuff is all over the place. It's kind of like, he's kind of like, why can't I think Schiavello? He's kind of like Schiavello. Like, how can you be 28 and have 2 doctorates and a child? How is that even possible? Ralph, when I told this to Ralph to his face once, and I said to him, it looks like you should be on the top of a pyramid wearing a gold loincloth, ripping the beating heart out of a sacrifice. He looks like a Mayan god to me. And he laughed, he smiled with those big pearly teeth, and I melt. But, and his nibs, Ralph is someone who makes pen nibs that are for, I don't know who they're built for, but if you can imagine Jackie Gleason cubed, that would be the person that would want one of his nibs. They have 9 tines on them. I'm not going to say he's my Adonis. There's an acquired, he might be my once in a while. My tastes are varied when it comes to that, but he's an exotic looking guy. And he makes these weird pens that have 9 tines on them, if you can imagine such a thing. And Russell knows that my heart he's my one and only. Yes. No, Russell, I'm joking, but this guy named Ralph makes a pen with not just 2 tines, not just 3 tines, but 9 tines. You take a ball and you cut it 3 ways this way, and you cut it 2 or 3 ways that way, and you've got this 9-tined. It's like a Big Mac. Damn straight. Okay. I'm just goofing with you. Let me see if I can find a thing to show you here of his things. Reaching Ralph is his name on. He probably should. You are a crackpot. Ching, CHING, Reaching Ralph, Regalia Writing Labs. He has a new. So look at this, if I can find it here. Give me a picture. Is this one? Okay, this is a, where's my thing? This is a 4-tined nib. How do I make this work? 4 tines. Yeah, it's a now here is another one that has, is it 5 pieces of metal? 5 pieces of metal glued on top of each other, welded on top of each other, so it makes this. So that has 8 tines. 4 times 2, or 10 tines, 5 times 2. See, there's another view of it. Well, go under Reaching Ralph. That's his name, and you'll see them for yourself. And they go from big to like extra loud, and you probably have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one has 12 tines, or 7, 14 tines. Oh, come on, Ralph. This has got to stop. So here's 3 tines times 3 times what? Shadow fire. I don't know. It's like, there you go, right there. 9 times. I think it's like writing with, if you take a big Sharpie and you put it point down on the cement and hit it with a sledgehammer, so that the point of the big Sharpie you get just becomes. It's like writing with the upside. You take a golf tee and turn it upside down and write that part of it. I don't know what they must. It's crazy. They're very, very. They're very, very broad, and they only get broader. And the ink that they put down, you can see, the tidal pools happen. The moon. If the moon is in one part of the heavens, the ink blob will raise up because of the tidal forces. Yeah, I mean, you look at, dear sweet Ralph at the end of the day, and his hands are covered in ink, not unlike my hands, but it's like you uncap the pen and there's so much ink that's already there that it has to You want that pen? I think you might enjoy it, Russell. I think you might get a kick out of it. To write with it is amazing. Now look at him. How could you not want to see him in a loincloth? He could rip my beating heart out any day. No, I'm joking, as all of you know. But it's fisted a Smurf. It's amazing. His pens are amazing, but for me, making a broad nib broader is easy. You just add more stuff. You can always make a car bigger by adding more wheels and making it longer. To make a car smaller and functional, that's the hard part. Land with a lost my heart to reaching wealth. Oh, Russell, you're a funny man. Who wants to join me today? Anyone want to sign in? I just paid for my first paid month of this streaming thing. I was about to do it and it said, I've reached my limit. So I didn't even have the ability to ask Schiavello to sponsor me this month. So I clicked add to shopping cart and used my credit card so I could talk to you today. Talk to you live. You know, that sentence there, I think that should be carved on a piece of granite somewhere. It just sounds... Okay, yeah, of course. How much does it cost per month? It's $25 or $20 a month if I bought for an entire year. So it's okay. You know, I'm hoping that I won't run out of interest in doing this because I do enjoy it, but it is something that I probably should be aware of more because I can spend a lot of time doing this, which I like. So let me invite you here. Invite. Edit. Paste. Anyone else want to come in? Just come in. Russell, do you want to join us while you're cooking? Well, I don't want it. The discussion sounds, you sound like it shouldn't be a discussion. You know, it's not a huge amount of money. It's for anyone really to pay, least of all me. But I'm the person who's the most poor of all of you because I spend money on pens I should be selling. Most Sleeping Beauty. Okay. So anyone want to come in, they may. Oh, Miss Marilyn Darling would like to come in. Okay, Marilyn. Add to stream. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm okay. Did you get your pens today or no?
No, not today. Tomorrow, it says.
Okay.
Or maybe later tonight. The mail comes at like 2, but the housekeeper doesn't put them in our box until like 6. And they're in a locked box, so I can't get to them.
Okay. the Mitch got his pens today,
Oh, nice.
and
Yeah, I can't believe how fast they came across. It was like one day you sent them, and then they had a day, and then the next day they were here. I was like, how in the hell is that possible that they can travel 3,000 miles across the United States, but they can't travel 20,000 miles across the ocean in like 2 or 3 months? Like, how are they coming? By turtle?
I don't know.
Freaking China, I swear.
What are you cooking?
Although I did find out what happened to the thing that I bought from China. The damn shipping containers toppled over.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I found that out through a TikTok video.
No.
Yep.
Somehow you saw your own container. You saw it was one of the ones.
I didn't see it, but that's the only thing that can explain why I haven't gotten my freaking. I don't know. Okay, so is there a word for this thing? Okay, so you have a syringe, right?
Yeah.
Syringe. And this person put a spring, like a spring-loaded syringe.
Yeah. Okay.
But it is the size of an international cartridge.
Okay.
What do you call that?
I have no idea. Is a short syringe with a spring. I don't know what.
Right. So
I don't know.
it comes with like an attachable needle device, and I want it so that I can clean out my pens, because having to clean out ink cartridges is a nightmare.
Yeah.
Especially if they don't come apart. I'm lucky that some of the Conklins come apart, but the Jinhaos do not come apart.
I see.
And the Lamy does not come apart. So it's frustrating.
Okay. Well, calm. Take a deep breath, Marilyn.
Now I'm just sitting here doing a task for one of my bosses. She wants me to write all these things.
How dare her?
I know, rude.
How is that possible that bosses insist you do work? That's just
I'm like wearing my dope shirt today. I feel pretty dope right now. I got the coffee going. I mean, life is good.
Friedrich has a nice name for what you are buying.
What is it called?
An object designed to empty the wallets or purses of many peoples.
Oh, that is definitely what it is. It cost me like $1.99.
I mean, this is what I don't understand.
Break the bank.
This is what I don't understand. How is a company that is selling something for $1.99, I don't care how many they can put in that carton, and send it overseas, going to make money? I don't care how many slaves they have working in that factory. It seems like, why do they even bother? So it seems like Affectinol. Here we go. Affectinol is joining us. If I can find my pen to hit the come in button, add to stream. Yes, your pen wish list, Friedrich, is much more complicated than you have specific needs. So,
Mitch, did you just put a mint in your mouth?
No, not a mint.
Oh. What's that?
They're tobacco-free nicotine things.
Oh.
Well, I quit smoking like 5-6 years ago, maybe even longer now. And I'm still a nicotine junkie, though.
Oh. I was gonna say, we can't smell you, right?
How did Nicola take a lot of smoking breaks? Do you know when you were talking to him? He used to smoke a lot. I don't know if he changed since he's been out in the fresh air.
If he did, I didn't notice.
Yeah, I mean, when you would but if you were texting, you wouldn't know that he was smoking or not. So.
No, he was just telling me all kinds of cool stories and talking about pens, and
Live or texting?
No, just over messages on Instagram.
Okay, so a lot of typing.
But near the end there, he had to go to sleep, I guess, because he said he'd been up for 20 plus hours or something.
No, he does that. When he visits me, he stays up for like 25 hours, and then he'll just crash in the middle of, whatever time the thing hits him, he crashes. So it's very difficult to play a charming host
Right.
when he's hungry for breakfast at 3 p.m. or whatever it is. Oh, so what's that? Well, that's
this is the section from the military clip pin.
The military clip one. Okay.
This is the original sack there that's completely missing the end.
Yeah, no, that's awful. That's awful.
Yeah.
Well, I'm very sorry. I owe you.
I had to get the pressure bar out as well, so that's going to be fun putting that back in there.
Oh God. Why did you have to take because it was like stuck to it or something?
Yeah, it was the melted glob inside of there.
Okay. Well, again, I'm really, and again, I think that's a new sack. So
it looked like it is. It's just the very end of it is destroyed somehow.
Yeah, Friedrich, I've been noticing that some of the pens that I've put sacks in aren't working, and I think, well, what happened? Did the sack come off or what? And I take the pen out, and the sack is still connected, and I pull it all the way out, and the back of it is deteriorated. And I think, did I fill it with turpentine or something by mistake, or acid, or what's going on? So the pens. So that was on the Pensac company had 3 bad lots. That's the news on the Pensac company front. Did they admit their mistake?
Yeah, I've read that before, but this to me seems like an actual defect with the rubber itself rather than something anybody did wrong.
Well, that would be a bad lot, I would think. That would be a result of them not doing something right. Okay.
But anyways, when I
says which caused a ton of folks to blame Noodler's Inc. Well, I think we can blame Noodler's Inc. regardless, whether you get cancer or whether the ink never dries or it dries too fast or whatever. I think there's enough idiosyncrasies with that ink, and I love Nathan and why he felt it was necessary to have an ink that lasts longer than the paper is it seems kind of dumb to me, but he felt that was important.
I like the thought process behind that, but the actual, I don't know, the small amount of experience I have with Noodler's Ink,
if the ink never dries,
the benefits outweigh the cons outweigh the benefits, rather, for me anyways.
No, the ink.
I have the same thought when I use Noodler's X Feather. I put some ink down and it just never dries. And
X Feather is really sensitive to the type of paper you're using it on. If X Feather can't really soak in
2 days later and when I'm using my regular printer paper, which is 32-pound paper, at least a week later, it'll still smear right across the page.
No,
really annoying.
Nathan told me the problem with me is I don't use shitty enough paper.
Yes, X Feather is awesome on terrible paper.
Really crappy paper that's very fibrous that'll just
soak it up,
and the molecules of the ink will
this stuff here,
crappy paper. Yeah.
That I got from the 99-cent store. I got 10 of these tablets in a thing. This stuff I use the X Feather on works perfectly. But no, not on $20 freaking copy paper.
Well, when you are addressing wedding invitations, they don't print it on that $1 for a dozen at the dollar store paper. They use
nice paper.
What
I keep saying.
That Schaefer pen, the aluminum Schaefer or the stainless steel Schaefer, that one.
Yeah, this one.
Does that have? I noticed that the nose cones had sort of gray on it, but it matched the lettering on the price tag.
Yeah,
So
I don't know what it is about these. It's whatever material this little nose cone part's made out of. It oxidizes.
It oxidizes. Okay. I just
Yeah, I've seen that
part
before on these pens,
Yeah,
and I don't really know what causes it, but it's not a big deal, I don't think. But yeah, I can see that its actual chalk mark is still on here. It says fine.
No, it is. Yeah. I thought that was something. Oh, here's Russell. Yay, Russell.
But as something I wanted to mention real quick here, Pierre.
Yeah.
The Parker 45 you said was a steel nib, and it turns out it's a 10-karat nib.
Oh. Yeah.
The Schaefer, I told you I wanted the gold nib one. You sent me the silver one.
Oh.
So it kind of balanced out.
I'm glad it balances out. I didn't think I had the gold. I don't think. Well, I just missed. I had a brain fart.
It's okay because I love the palladium silver ones too.
Hi.
Face Maya.
I like your thermos cozy. Did you sew that yourself?
Cozy.
Your thermos snood or whatever that is.
Koozie.
Koozie? Yeah. Oh, I hate that word. I don't know why.
Koozie.
Koozie.
I don't even.
I mean, I can understand cozy, but koozie is like, what does that even mean?
That's the thing that they used to call the things that they put the beer in. Beer koozie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or the thing the thing you get in with your old hairy neighbors, the Jack koozie. Or the thing you shoot people with, the Uzi. So Frederick says, Nathan says, thin it by a third water to help it dry faster.
Thin it by water. Oh, that makes a lot of
water. Add water so it dries faster. It just doesn't. That doesn't sound right in my head.
Yeah, that totally makes all of the sense. Brilliant scientist.
Well, I'm going to work on cleaning the goo off of this pressure bar so I can put this pin back together.
Really, really sorry. We'll make it up to you next time.
Oh, yeah, it's no problem.
So the what was, I'm trying to remember the nibs that you got in the pens. You got the
military clip is a Schaefer Feather Touch.
Yeah.
The balance is a Skinny Lifetime.
Yeah.
And then I got a Touchdown.
Oh yeah,
Triumph.
yeah. With
this Triumph is really sweet. I've already tested it real quick.
Yeah, no, that was a really sweet nib.
And there's a Schaefer Junior. What is this? A 3 or a 33? I can't remember.
The one with the green with the chrome trim. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
A 3 nib, I think, or 30.
Yeah, and it's got a cool little engraving on here, Ruth Berkey. So shout out to Ruth Berkey if she's watching.
Yeah, Ruth Berkey or any of her
any of her descendants. Yeah, it's weird. I've always avoided pins that had names engraved on them for some reason, but I don't know. I seem to care about that less and less as time goes on.
I found that when I was trying to find a cap that wasn't cracked for Canada this morning, when I was getting ready to put his pens away in the box, and there was a crack in a cap lip, which I didn't notice before. And I found a little gold fill cap band on a Waterman that had the name Lillums, Lillums, and it was it's a cute little, I imagine it's a diminutive for something.
Almost certainly.
What would Lillums be for, do you think? What kind of?
It could have been a nickname too. You never know.
Yeah, but it was really was really sweetly engraved, and
Could
here's
have been someone's
my
present for
little,
their sweetheart or something.
my little Lillums gets this one.
My little darling dear Lillum. So what are we cooking over there,
Russell,
Mr. Facemeyer?
I am about to make lentils and split peas.
Lentils and split peas.
I'm more of a meat and taters kind of guy. And it shows.
well,
Yeah.
I had a lot of lunch today. One of my neighbors or one of my friends brought me out to lunch, and we were going to go to a particular place, but that was closed. We went across the street to a Mexican Turkish place. So
Mexican
I
turkey.
had a gyro or a euro in a burrito. It was really, really good. So one of the chefs is Turkish, and one of the chefs is Mexican, and they
just kind of combine their regional cuisines.
put the stuff together and mix them up, and there was an S on the end, Lillums, or it was Lillums. I think I have it right here. Let me take a look.
I have a question, Pierre.
Yeah. Shoot.
This is the pressure bar out of that military clip, Schaefer. Can you see it?
Yeah.
What is the end of this supposed to look like?
It's that was pulled out, and it's supposed to be more like a J. I mean, it's supposed to curl back.
Yeah, I couldn't get it unclipped, so I just yanked it out of there. So.
Yeah.
I thought it had to be rolled around more.
Yeah. Just,
If you take a pencil and roll it around the pencil, it should be like that kind of shaped.
That's what I thought, yeah. Well, you just never know when you yank these things out what it's actually supposed to look like.
Right. So do I have one? I have one somewhere.
Trying to clean all the schmoo off this thing.
Oh, this one. Aha. I figured out what this is. This is a Hero 226.
A hero?
Hero 266.
Well, I got something kind of cool the other day. I have the box for it right here, but I have to get the pen. Hold on a minute.
looks. Oh, I see. I thought you'd make a nice match if you have the pen. Lillums. Lillums.
Okay, well, it's not coming out because they shoved it way down in there, but it's supposed to look like a little hook. And I can't use my phone right now because I'm using it for work. But,
All right.
Yeah.
This pen is the Parker 45 that Pierre just sent me.
Yeah.
This pen is the Hero 800.
yeah, they look almost identical.
They're 1-to-1 identical.
Yep,
This Hero 800 is a Chinese-made.
yep.
I don't know if you can call it a clone. It's not exactly licensed built, but they also didn't technically steal.
Wait, hold that up. Hold that
It's
up.
a real complex story.
Hold that up. That's almost like the one. What number is that?
This is a Hero 800.
Hero 800. Okay. Yeah, the one that I have, the Hero 266.
Well, here's the thing. This is one of the only Chinese pens I have that has an actual gold nib.
Oh wow!
Look
It's
at
a
those
12
carrots.
karat gold nib. It's like 12 karat for some reason.
Oh wow. 226.
But anyways, they only sell these domestically in China. I bought this on eBay from a guy who said he did work over there years ago and bought this while he was over there.
Huh. This is
Apparently, they don't sell their gold nibs
Yeah,
for export normally.
this is a Hero 2. No, this is Hero 51A.
Yeah,
But it
that's
has an
like one of the
aromatic
51
converter.
clones. Right.
You guys are getting to see the action while it's happening.
I do. We can see it chopping away right there.
He is the chop suey master.
Watch out. I'm like, I don't know. I chop mine pretty fast.
I heard lentils and
always gets
split
cleared
peas, and yet I see a carrot.
So I'm making a sort of a soup. I mean, so obviously
Right.
add like the carrots and the onions. I'll also do celery, but today I decided on extra carrot instead because I feel like being wild and crazy.
You feel like you need the beta carotene?
Yeah, I feel like I need a bit of the old BC there.
So I got to get some of that BC.
Yeah. Some of those beta vibes.
Yo, I'm on that beta tip, yo.
No, I'm a little confused right now and I can't tell if it's the day catching up with me or whether it's the COVID vaccine taking its effect.
Oh no.
Maybe both.
I'd say so.
Oh, there's Schiavello.
Schiavello, e qua?
Equa with Klingon accent. Egu.
I have to keep switching back to chat here. Schiavello says I knocked him out. Oh no.
Oops.
Does that mean I bored him to sleep? Is that what he means?
No.
No, he has a crush on you, remember. So, so you
Probably knocked him out of this world, maybe.
yeah, right between the eyes.
I'm just pretending to be blissfully ignorant.
Would you like to come in the room here, Schiavello? Because I know Russell would like to cause your brain to short circuit once or twice, I'm sure.
It's always enjoyable to watch.
There you go, Schiavello.
It's so amusing. Watching some people.
I'm curious, if I were to leave my chat, my very own chat, the chat continues, does it not?
We might no. It would shut us all down.
It would if I were to leave?
Yep.
But what if I turned off my camera? No, that doesn't
Off
do
your
it.
camera, but I don't know if it would take us all out.
Okay. No, I can turn off, I can mute myself, it looks like.
Why do you want to leave us?
No, I just was
You don't love.
mute mic. What does this do?
Are you trying to set up like a perpetual stream safe space that we can come hang out in even if you're
Well,
not here?
something like that. I just it says stop mic or cam. So I guess
Let me just say the idea of keeping a forever open stream on YouTube for people to just drop in and out of sounds absolutely hilarious.
that's what people want. They want
It would be
There-
hilarious, but you would probably get banned so fast that
And there'd be a lot of
Unlike-
You
trolls
certainly
and
would.
people doing naughty things, and you would get banned. Yeah.
well, they can't do naughty things than we've already done.
well, that's true because we
Well-
would be getting people coming in, but
Yes.
People like to come in and spout Republican things. I'm just saying.
Okay. Well, that's right. They could be. Oh, look, there's the onion.
Don't cry. It's just a joke.
No. I guess Schiavello doesn't want to come in yet. Well, you're welcome to come
He's
in.
probably just waking up.
well, I'm gonna warn you in advance here. I'm sitting in my kitchen currently, and this chair is not the most comfortable thing in the universe for me. So I can only tolerate this for so long.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you normally don't sit in the kitchen, do you?
No,
Always say
I
that.
just happen to be screwing with all these pins. So
I see. All the pens you got from me today.
rather than tear them apart in my lap, I decided to do this instead.
Well, I'm sorry that you have to tear them apart at all. But-
Oh no, this is part of the fun for me.
Well, I know. I mean, when my friend Ben is over here, he buys a pen for me. He brings it home, and he completely takes it apart. And gets out his toothbrush and his Simichrome polish, and he cleans every last cootie that came from Pierre Gustafson, and he puts it back together and wants to know why it doesn't fit.
Well, I don't think I necessarily go that far, but
The next stream needs to be named The Cooties of Pierre Gustafson.
I will say though, when I was checking YouTube earlier, and I seen Pierre had uploaded a video named "Saying Goodbye," and my heart skips a beat for a minute. Oh my God! What something terrible must have
I gotta stop
happened.
him before he jumps. You know.
Yes.
No, I thought when I did that people might get the wrong impression, but it's not. It wasn't that. It was saying goodbye to the pens. And,
Well, if you had put a couple extra words there, it would have saved some anguish.
no, well,
Just like, saying goodbye in parentheses to the pens.
Yes.
Yeah. I always, every time I see something like that, I'm always like, do you need a push? Just a small one.
Yeah.
So I don't get in trouble.
Is that sociopathic thing you were talking about before there, Marilyn?
Sociopathic people only care about themselves, which I do care about other people, but not like other people. It's different. It's just different. I feel like death is like when you end the race, you know?
Mhm.
I don't feel like it's a bad thing. I just feel like it's a completion of a very difficult time.
It's like, I can just shove you across the finish line if you're ready.
Yeah, there you go. I'm just waiting for that person to come.
Marilyn is always willing to lend a helping hand.
So if we're using the racing metaphor and helping somebody with assisted suicide is pushing them across the finish line, then is abortion killing somebody with a starting pistol?
Yes,
Exactly.
I think that would be
There
good.
you go.
So
Or
don't ever
swallowing.
fingers
Just
at
saying.
that, because they'll adopt it and ruin our fun.
Well, it's an
Started out-
interesting discussion, though, because
this joke will be like the Horton here's a who phrase that they use.
well, it's an interesting discussion, though, because like anyone who's ever had pets before, and the time eventually comes where you have to put your pet to sleep or they pass away naturally.
It's very hard.
In my own experience, we had a cat that, was nearing the end and it needed to be put to sleep.
Mhm.
And I asked the doctor doing the deed, hey, can I go back there with you while it happens? And he said, well, I don't really see why not. It's not a very common request.
Uh-huh.
And after the deed had taken place, and wiped away a few tears and whatnot, we had a really interesting discussion afterwards
Uh-huh.
about how, this sort of a thing is accepted with our pets, which for a lot of people are considered loved ones, just like family members.
Yeah.
And yet when it comes to human beings, we can't afford them the same sort of
Mercy.
Dignity.
dignity, mercy, whichever way you want to put it. I've always found that so incredibly bizarre.
But
The animal has a harder time talking to you.
Right, which kind of makes it even weirder on like a morality kind of basis because they can't
Because
really
if a person asks you, for help dying,
right.
and you still refuse them because they just asked you and you can't stomach the thought of it, what's the deal here?
Right. I've just found that always a really strange thing to, I don't know, balance out of my own mind.
I always tell my friends, I'll load the gun, but I'm not going to pull the trigger.
I remember back in my youth, which the Vietnam War was happening, and there was some sort of Gallup poll or something where people were more accepting of their children going to war than if their dogs were drafted and sent to war. Somehow, it was cruel to put an animal into a war zone, but it was fine to put our children in there. So we do have a weird thing with pets.
Yeah, it is really strange. I have another quick question, Mr. Pierre. That's the military clip balance.
Yeah.
Here's the end of the section.
Yeah.
Is this supposed to have one of those little inner feeds that pokes out of there?
It may have had. Sometimes they did have that. Is there a feed that go? Is there
Yeah, there's a little circular feed in
Yeah.
there, but I can't tell if it was broken off or if it's just supposed to be flush with the rest of it.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you see a groove on the top that
Yes.
goes all the way back? Then that might have been something that they. I don't know. It's funny with those pens because sometimes they do seem to have a breather tube kind of thing, like a 51 has, and
Right.
sometimes they don't. So I don't know exactly why. Oh,
Yeah, I was just curious if this one was supposed to have the little protuberance where the feed extends outwards. I don't know. It probably will work just fine as it is. So
okay. Oh, it will be fine. Bartholomew Brecht, I got back from lunch and completely crashed on the sofa. But I've got the forms filled out, so we're set to go early in the morning. Go in the box. I'm sorry. But on the good news, the mail does go through. Mitch, aka Effextinol, ask your doctor about Effextinol. Did get
ask your doctor now.
and he's
Oh my God.
I got new toys! Yay!
Well, I guess you see that.
I have to go downstairs. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere.
You're gonna which dining room are you gonna go into?
Yeah. Which wing of your manor?
Which wing of your mansion?
I'm gonna go to the office
Oh,
so I can pick up the nibs. They're here.
okay. I did get some other pens today from a person who wants me to sell the pens for him. And one of the pens is a Mont Blanc that I don't know anything about. It's a modern Mont Blanc. It's a 221 or something. Yeah.
221s, those are a little bit older. I mean, they're still modern, but
I mean, I'll show you what it looks like. I went on eBay to see if I could find some.
yeah.
But it's this pen right here.
Yeah, it's like a slip cap one
Uh-huh.
with a little it's got the the noblesse or whatever type of nib.
I have no idea. It's
Yeah.
It's a gold nib 585 or whatever they call it. It has
18 karat.
piston in here, piston converter kind of thing.
Those are pretty cool. Well, depending on what you price it at, I might actually be interested in it.
Okay. I'll see if what I can do. Again, it's a more modern pen than I normally deal with, but it does look like Mont Blanc's version of a gold nib 45.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is.
Oh.
Although quite a bit more upscale.
But
I'm a bit of a Mont Blanc fetishist for some reason. I don't know why.
you are.
I certainly don't have the money to be, but I am.
I do have. When my friend died and he willed me his pens, one of the pens that he bought from me that I now have back is a big Mont Blanc Meisterstück thing with the name Oliver engraved on the cap, which I think is kind of cute.
Is the cap a twist on? Please tell me the cap is a twist on.
The cap is a twist on. Why?
So it's an Oliver twist on cap.
Oh, fight me.
Yes!
Yeah, of all the modern pens that are out there.
We're passionate about Mont Blancs suddenly, that you wanted to make sure it was a twist on rather than a slip cap. So, and here you're just making a pun.
Hello.
What's that? Oh, that's your pens.
I know.
Wow, it's so funny that box is so big, that envelope is so big, and it has the tiniest little things in it. Tiny nibs. I could have put them in a Hallmark, birthday card envelope.
I have had
God,
so
my-
many weird packaging for pens in the years I've been buying them online.
Yeah.
I've had people throw them just in an envelope naked with nothing else, and I've had people ship me a single pen in a gigantic Amazon reused box.
Yeah.
And then sometimes
Every time I order something really expensive and it comes in just an envelope, I shudder. As soon as I see it, I'm like, oh, it's probably going to be mashed to bits. Okay, are we ready?
yeah.
Okay, I'm going to try not to give your address away.
Oh, that's okay. My friend Rob Morrison, he has a dog or had a dog. I don't know if he still has it, and the dog would love bubble wrap. And he got a pen from eBay, and
Oh, I love this stuff. This is the easy kind.
it was a solid gold, smooth Schaefer Schaefer self filler. Or not, it may not have been solid gold, but it was in perfect shape. And here's the dog, chewing away at the dog loves to hear the bubble pop. And he
Oh no!
looking around for the cap of his pen, and it was still in the bubble wrap, and it's completely, chewed up on one side.
Oh.
Okay, so what does that say? That says 3 feeds and 2 nibs and a little pen.
Yeah. Did you glue this together, this contraption?
No, it's just an envelope that has your underneath that is my Peter Gustafson's.
No, but you glued it down.
No, I didn't glue it down.
Oh, you used the envelope glue.
It's just an
Okay.
envelope.
I am totally stoked that
I was like,
here included
how did you
a piece of
MacGyver
this
that?
Parchment. My parchment.
your 100-year-old ledger paper. Yeah.
Well, I've got gallons of it here.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Okay, those are the 2 nibs you're getting, and that's what I can do with those 2 nibs.
Okay. Oh, what a cute little envelope. Oh, I love cute little things.
Those are little.
Oh my God.
Those are,
I'm going to die.
okay, I'm glad you like it.
Okay. There's the feeds.
Yeah, 3 little feeds,
Okay.
and they're all going to be, they may not fit in your. I mean, they should, but they're all different. So good luck.
This heavy-duty
They're in here.
turquoise tape you used, this was some serious stuff.
It's painter's tape.
There's tape.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was curious.
I wonder if they make it in other colors.
The pens are already packaged, Bartholomew. Okay, so that has the 2 nibs in there.
Yep. I'm just trying to figure out a way to take this apart without bending it or breaking these. So we have to break out the scalpel if you are afraid of scalpel.
You're a surgeon, so you know how to do it. So where did the little pen go? Is that still in there?
It's right here.
Okay. Oh, you got you. Isn't it?
Oh my God. This is a cute. Oh my God. It's so cute. Look how tiny it is. It's tinier than my smallest pen. Oh, I love it. I don't even care if it writes.
As Marilyn squeals in excitement.
Oh, look how cute it is.
It has it has a steel nib, but you can do a few things, I think.
Does this bit come apart?
No,
Oh,
it shouldn't.
Does the feed come out?
It can, but don't take it out. It's all
Okay.
together. Keep it the way it is.
But it works just as is?
Yeah. You can pull it up with the lever.
Filler? Okay. Cool. I'm not used. I've never used a lever filler before.
Oh wow! I didn't realize that. Yeah.
I've used a button filler.
Okay.
I couldn't figure out how to work the thing, and I sent it back to the guy.
Okay. And then
And
Marilyn.
apparently I broke it. I don't know. But oh my God, this is definitely going on a lanyard around my neck to the store, and everybody's gonna go, "What is that?" And I'm gonna go, "Oh, wait, like I did this."
You got to get a little silk ribbon and wear it like a necklace.
Yep.
Well, the thing is that those pens are I don't know if it has an inner cap on it, so
It's
probably,
beautiful.
it may dry out a bit. So, but it was again.
I'm not worried about that.
Yeah, there's no inner cap on that, so it should be fine.
What is it called? You know?
They're just a little ladies' pen, I guess. It's an off-brand, no name on it. So
Beautiful.
I've got dozens of those goddamn things.
You do.
You want?
Oh. Well, if you have a red one, I'm just saying.
Okay. So you can go to the Christmas party. So you can go to the Christmas party there, Marilyn. The red.
You know, red and yellow are my favorite colors.
Okay. So those are the nibs, and you'll have fun. Try. I don't know the Boinga Boinga one, but there's only two.
Yeah, I have to empty the
Boinga Boinga. The other one is tighter. You should be able to tell by just looking at them, or just bending them a little bit with on your thumb.
Right.
And but you have to be really careful with that Boinga Boinga.
Yeah.
Because it's very loose, we'll say.
I'm watching my barrel out really quick.
I have to keep switching back and forth to chat here so I can catch up. Aphex, I can see you rocking a. I have no idea what that word is.
I don't know what that is either.
Yeah,
what is
you'll have to tell us what that is, because clearly I'm not smart enough to know.
What's that thing behind you on the wall with the banner?
Oh, that's some sort of. My house is covered in all kinds of Oriental Japanese stuff. That would be my mother's doing.
I see.
Yeah,
maybe that's a sautoir.
Could be. I don't know. I know what the kimonos and stuff on the wall are, but
okay, I need to read.
There's a traditional paper kimono on the wall right here that you guys can't see.
Oh, wow.
There's a silk wedding kimono in my living room.
Wow.
Ooh, fancy.
You're all set. So
yeah, we have all kinds of cool little knickknacks and whatnot.
Okay, send Parker the link.
See.
So
okay, I'm now comparing.
Don't. Oh, you're testing. Okay.
I'm going to be forever comparing all of my nibs now to this Hunt 22 because this is probably one of the best nibs I've ever used, and I don't know why it took me so long to figure out. This is the one that I had in there, and it's about the same placebo-ness of that one. This is the Boinga Boinga, I can already tell. It's ever so slightly stiffer than that.
Well,
this is the other one, which is probably sharper because I can tell.
Tighter.
Yep, that's tighter. Yep, that's definitely tighter. Okay, I'm going to wash these.
Wash them? I made them especially dirty. Just for you.
You can't wash off the factory dirt. Come on.
That dirt is precious.
That's the originality. You're washing off hundreds of eBay dollars. Patina, yes.
Patina. That my cat Tina is named Tina, but I was about to change the name, and the woman that gave it to me said it's short for Quarantina. So I said, okay.
That's too funny.
There's a song that an old friend of mine said she would sing, and it was on a record from the 50s, and it's Tina the Ballerina, and it's round and round and round she goes, dancing, blah blah blah. But I changed it to Tina. It's not Tina the ballerina. It's Tina or Quarantina, and it's not the belle of gay Perry. It's the puss of gay Peary, dancing like the wind. Blah blah blah. Okay, what are you doing now?
I'm comparing feeds just to see.
My cat
they look
died, so I have a new cat now. Tina, or Quarantine.
Obviously, this is the one that came with it, so we're gonna try this one.
Okay, I just Googled that word from Bartholomew, and apparently it's some sort of swoopy necklace, and I'm not wearing any kind of necklace like that.
Satwa. Maybe that's a. Maybe
See,
that's
I thought it was
fancy.
just a fancy French word for sweater.
It's also.
No, this is a funny story. I have a bunch of these super cheap hoodies. We ordered something from like Kmart.com, and they got the order all messed up, and we called and got it sorted out. And then for like the next 2 weeks, we kept getting random packages from Kmart containing all sorts of just totally oddball stuff. And in a couple of those boxes were these hoodies, so I've been wearing them ever since.
So
They were free, Come on.
Well, hoodies are okay if they're free, and they're sometimes okay if they're not free. So Satwa is the same thing as a chatelaine, which is a ribbon that would hang on a pen. A pen would hang from. So
I see. Yeah, I'm reading chat here.
I see. Yes.
I do have a really cute Jade Eversharp ladies ring top pin. I could totally strap that on a necklace and wear it around if I wanted.
with your paper kimono.
With my paper kimono.
And that'll just drive Parker right out the charts. He won't know what to do. Will you, Parker? Where are you?
On necklace.
I don't know if wearing a women's fountain pen on a silk ribbon around my neck would totally be my style.
And with your paper kimono.
My paper kimono.
All the talk of pins on necklaces is just bringing me back memories of Lord of the Rings.
What are you doing, Marilyn?
I'm tapping the back of the barrel to get the ink flow going.
You don't have to
Needs a little help.
I was just thinking if just dip it, you can find out whether you like it. You don't have to. I don't have. Which one is that one?
This is
Marilyn?
going.
Boinga Boinga?
Oh, that's wonderful.
Goods.
It's working for you there?
Yeah.
I don't hear the orgasmic sighs that I thought I would, but it's close.
Well, I'm being gentle. You said to be gentle, so
I
I'm
did.
using concentration right now.
Be gentle. It's my first time.
Yeah.
It surprised the heck out of me. The little steel nib on the combo pen and pencil.
Yeah.
It is impressively nice.
Yeah, it is a sweet little thing.
It's got a little bit of a stubby line variation.
Russell?
Yes.
Bartholomew Brecht thinks you're a vegetarian Ezra Pound.
I'm a what?
Vegetarian Ezra Pound.
A vegetarian Ezra Pound? Is he calling me a fascist?
No, I think he thinks you look like Ezra.
Oh. So he's saying I look like a fascist.
Yes, a vegetarian fascist.
At least he'd call you a vegetarian Benito Mussolini or something.
See, I would have preferred a vegetarian Antonio Gramsci. Taquini del. Oh no.
I have to look at an image of Ezra Pound to see if I think he looks like.
Oh my God, this is wonderful.
Which one?
The Boinga Boinga. It's so fine.
Oh, good.
And it does get some great line variation.
I'm so happy you like it. They're really, really hard to know.
I don't know if I can show you next to the one that I had in there, but let me see if I can get it way in here. Do you see the difference?
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course.
This is a broad nib.
Yeah, I know. What you used to think was fine
Yeah,
fraud because I've ruined your life. All of
exactly.
you.
You did. You ruined my life. I was like, wait, Waterman comes in not broad nibs?
Well,
Mouse just
play with that one a little bit more, and then put the tight one in, and tell me what you think of the difference of the two.
Yeah, I'm
They're
gonna put
very,
that.
very different. Okay, I'm trying to find this.
Oh my god. Thank God I have a soft carpet. Fell on its ass.
I think Mighty Mouse, my dead hero, is probably Mark Fisher, but he's dead more recently. So he wins.
I see there's the little resemblance, maybe, as they're found. I think it's the well, certainly a young Ezra.
Oh wow, that one went right in there. Oh.
Oh, what, the second one?
Yeah, the second one just kind of flew in there. I almost shoved it through the barrel.
Okay, it's funny how
Feeling I'm gonna have to be more careful with this one than the other one.
well, that one I may need to send you another barrel or something.
Do you think if I cleaned up my act, I could be a vegetarian Umberto Eco?
Why would you want to clean up your act? I like you exactly that way.
Well, I'm just saying theoretically.
What do you think of that, Marilyn?
I like this one too.
Yeah, but it's very, that one only goes, you press on the gas
Yep.
as much as you pressed on the other one, but that only goes 30 miles an hour, where the other one went 60.
Yeah. I like this one because I feel like I can use this one every day. The other one I could not, because this one, the one that I had before, was way more flexible than both of these put together.
Yeah.
So, but
they're both very different. So I think you'll have fun with both of them. What happened to Schiavello? I thought he wanted.
Yeah,
I thought he put his pants on. How long does it take him to put on his pants?
maybe
He never shows us under the belt anyway, so he could be.
That's not true. He shut me down just the other night when I said something about him not wearing pants, and he proved that he indeed was wearing pants.
I remember that. But
Oh, this is lovely.
which one? The first one again?
The second one,
Oh, the tight
different one is really nice.
Oh, good. Good. Well, I'm glad you like them both. And
Oh, it's beautiful. The Boinga Boinga one has a great amount of flexibility, but it's sharp enough that it's definitely gonna be a calligraphy pen for sure.
yeah,
The second one goes in real easy, which is nice. But the one that I was originally with, like this one, is just, it's like writing with a piece of butter. It's like I wasn't even putting any pressure. Like, oh, you can't even see what I'm doing.
so that's the Boinga Boinga one then?
Oh, this is the original one.
Okay.
I mean, it's just, it's so broad and it's so buttery. But that's the problem. It's broad and it's buttery. Like I wanted a little more control.
I see. Okay.
This totally, the ones you sent me totally gave me control. So
Okay.
thank
Okay.
you.
Oh, good.
I am so grateful.
Oh, good. I'm so happy. Well, there are other pens that I almost slipped in another one for you to try. Not another Waterman, but I had a little wall that I thought you might enjoy.
Well, I've got 4 walls here, so I'm just joking.
Okay. No, you have more than 4 walls, but I mean another Wall Eversharp pen that had a nice rubbery tip too. But I think in your case you want them more than flexible and rubbery. You want them to be fine. I think the fine is what you really need. Schiavello is waiting to be added again. How many times do I have to do this? Can't you scroll up? Hey, here
Oh
you
my
go, Schiavello.
Boinga Boinga one is amazing.
Okay, Schiavello. Mi dici mi perché vuoi assolutamente essere un italiano?
It only expects to speak Italian. Why? Porco necessito
Bartholomew I
hablar Italiano.
think he was asking Russell, but I don't know. Ma dicimi, tell me, perché vuoi assolutamente essere un italiano? Uno italiano.
Absolute.
Tell me, why do you want?
Perché vorrei,
Oh,
vorrei
I'm sorry, you're there.
insegnarti.
Sorry.
No.
You're hiding, Schiavello. You were under the mute button.
That's okay. I'm used to being hidden, so
You're hidden. Okay, and then have you found? Have you looked up Tallulah Bankhead yet? Probably not, right?
me?
Yeah. I said you
No.
reminded me of your voice reminded me of Tallulah Bankhead.
Oh my God! It totally does.
What, my voice?
Yeah.
Yeah, she had this. She had this. She was a heavy smoker.
Oh, thanks.
Sounded like
That's
a
just what
very
Schiavello wanted to hear.
Here's what she looked like.
Oh, at least I've got a large forehead.
Yeah,
That's
she
nice.
had a very large forehead, and I will find a Google thing with her.
I'm terrified. I mean, Russell sounds like someone I watch on YouTube or used to watch.
What now?
So here's Tallulah Bankhead,
I'll explain in a second. Russell.
actor and activist. So once the Alabama women,
Entertainment personality to Wheeler and stepmother.
I don't care about that. Let's go back to Tallulah Bankhead.
Does anyone care about Alabama?
No, I don't want to say that, but
I'm kidding. I'm
Lucille Ball and
traumatized.
Tallulah Bankhead, Lights Camera Bankhead, YouTube.
Do I sound like
She's singing
a smoker?
Tallulah Bankhead and Marlena Dietrich are singing "Anything You Can Do, I Can Do Better." So this is going to be a kick.
Oh, that song.
There's
Which is synonymous throughout the world. Charm, talent, glamour. Of course, darling, you realize they hand me this stuff. I have to read it. I don't know why they think she's so attractive. Just because she has beautiful hair, a lovely face, and a figure going to leg. Hello, darling. Is this a tag I see? Darling,
so anyway, she would always be. She was famous for saying "darling, darling,"
No. No.
Darling.
and when she was when they were doing the movie Lifeboat on the soundstage, they had an actual lifeboat raised up on some sort of hoist, hydraulic hoist, so they could make it rock back and forth in front of the screen that showed the ocean. And the men would fight to be working underneath the lifeboat.
Devo lasciarvi.
But
Ciao, ciao.
arrivederci.
Oh, bye, Russell.
No.
Anyway,
I enjoyed the cooking channel.
she all the men would fight to work under the boat to make the boat rock, because Tallulah Bankhead would climb in and every day to act, and she never wore knickers under her dress.
Oh
So
my God.
So everyone wanted to catch a peek.
she was famous for her line. She was at a wedding in a Catholic church, and the altar boys or whatever were coming up the church with the censers with the incense burning, in the little
Right.
baskets, And she said, "Don't look now, darling, but your purse is on fire."
Yeah.
She also, I don't know whether you guys know Noel Coward, but he was a very famous playwright and singer and songwriter, gay man. He's sort of the British version of Cole Porter. And he was at the Algonquin Round Table, the Algonquin Hotel, which had this big round table where all the fancy, witty people would hang out. And Noel Coward was sitting there, and Marlene, I think it was Marlene Dietrich. It was either Marlene or, Tallulah Bankhead or Dorothy Parker came in. And Noel Coward said, why, Tallulah, you almost look like a man, because she was wearing a suit. And Tallulah looked back at Noel Coward and said, "So do you, Noel. You almost look like a man," because he was rather fey, you see.
Just mostly.
Wow. I like the fact that I sound like a heavy smoker and someone with a large forehead and a woman. So,
But you're still beautiful, just the way you are.
thanks, Marilyn. Darling.
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 No, but thanks. No, I'm sick and I've got
Well, I
laryngitis.
know.
I sound like this all the time.
I know, and you sound like...
You know, I sound like that when I'm being sexy too, you know.
Oh, I don't feel sexy, Marilyn, but I appreciate it.
Oh, it's so sexy.
Really?
That low timbre.
You
Oh.
don't want to be me right now. You don't want to be literally sweating through your first t-shirt of the day.
Oh, honey, you need an
You're
ice.
so unwell. Maybe someone can get the violin out for me.
I got the smallest violin. There you
Yeah.
go.
Thanks, Mitch.
Smallest violin. There you go.
Yeah. But I heard that I was getting in trouble for not coming on the stream fast enough.
Well,
By all means, move at a glacial pace.
I
You know how much it thrills me.
I was told that you had to put your pants on, and I thought, how long does this take? Because
Well,
Russell had
yeah.
you had to listen to Russell, speak Klingon and cause your brain to have a little conniption, but that didn't happen this time.
Well, see, this morning, Pierre kept trying to twist my arm to get on the stream, and I was like, I can't. I'm too loud when I get on here. I'll wake
Right.
everyone up. And then Parker and Frederick left, and then Pierre kept badgering me until finally I relented and got on for a little bit.
And then we had a great time
Sure.
with Nicola.
That is true. So, and I didn't wake anyone up this morning, so I must have done a good job.
Pierre, is this Waterman ink that you used?
It was probably Mont Blanc.
Oh.
But, yeah, I apologize at moving at a glacial pace, Marilyn, which is a quote from the Devil Wears Prada movie.
That's right.
So I'm sorry. Before Marilyn starts,
Just do something. Stand there.
I think that's ledger paper, so it might be smoother than the paper you're using. I'm not really positive on
Oh
that.
no, it's not. This is the roughest thing I think I've ever felt in my life.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I doubt it.
Nope. And right next to watercolor paper, this is very rough. I will send you a sample of this.
How about paper towel?
Paper.
That's quite rough.
I think that's pretty smooth if
Okay.
you were to flatten it out comparatively.
Okay.
But this is very rough. I will send you some CVS caliber notebook paper in a return
Yeah, I
letter.
don't know what
Your address on this package?
I don't know what paper. I've got ledger books all over the place, so you may.
Well, I have a piece of it too, so I want
I
to
don't know
test
if
it.
I don't know if that's the same paper though. It doesn't look like it is, but again,
Is this your address?
which 1 Fitchburg Street, Somerville.
Okay, yeah, that's it.
I don't know if you can read my writing, but
Can't.
Summer?
You have to
Is it
send me your
summer?
address.
no, if you go
Oh,
on
wait, I think I have your address in my email. At any rate,
my email, it's in my emails. So
I'll
Is it
write you a
so-
letter with this pen, and you can feel the paper.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, it's so cheap and it's wonderful.
Well,
Yeah, this stuff is very hardy.
often how it works.
You would
The cheap
it
thing.
would last through time.
What are you shaking your head at, Parker Schiavello?
Nothing. I was just like the cheapest things in life are the best things. I think that's where
Sometimes
mine
cheap
today.
things are often most wonderful. The cheap
Well,
one.
why do you think Frederick likes me?
Well, I don't imagine you're cheap.
So you still have your Christmas tree up, for Christ's sakes.
What's wrong with that? Why couldn't it be Christmas every day? There's a
That's
song
what
about
I'm
it.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
And plus, I have a kid, and the kid it brings him joy. So I'm not going to ruin a child's joy.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
I
I
know.
would that Christmas trees would stay up all year long.
Okay, Friedrich is wondering why you're sweating without him.
Me? Why am I sweating?
You said you had a sweaty wet sweatshirt already this morning, a sweaty t-shirt.
Oh, because I'm sick and other stuff.
The other stuff, I think.
No, not other stuff.
I think it's the other stuff. He's wondering about.
I live in northern Queensland. It's very humid. It's like 39 degrees outside Celsius.
The old excuse for storm.
Well, I'm good at excuses.
Marilyn, you're off the camera there. If you could move your.
Oh, sorry. I'll move this up. How's that? Is that better?
That's fine. Yeah, it's just you were writing, but we couldn't see.
Well, in Celsius, it's -2 outside where I live.
-2 Celsius.
It's a little cold.
Cheapers. That's very cold.
He wants to know whether you flew Ian over.
Yes, Ian is in my one of my 4 bedrooms. So
Oh my.
him and his wife. Lord Jesus, did that?
Oh, I
hit me in
totally
the
know that.
head.
That looks wonderful.
No.
I'm not sure whether I think I did meet Mrs. Ian once.
Mrs. Ian. Oh,
And he works now, though I didn't ask him what he does now, but I imagine he teaches. But I don't know.
he teaches.
I imagine he does, but I don't know. He lived in Korea for a couple of years.
Teaching English.
And teaching English, so he may have decided that teaching English is what he wants to do.
Mm.
So
Okay.
I don't know.
I can totally understand why you thought that I would break the nib by going across the page like this.
Because you just broke it. You didn't just.
This, well, this. Oh, I almost thought I was going to bend the nib by doing that little flourish there.
Okay.
I don't have that problem with this other paper because
Okay. Well, good. Don't.
very smooth.
Don't. I need to get some water in me, so I will be right back.
Okay.
Okey-dokey.
I have to also show you what a friend brought me today.
Oh,
Something else to put in my house.
oh boy.
Yes.
It's not any more coat hangers, is it?
Oh Lord.
Oh, wire hangers ever. What's wire hangers doing in my house?
I don't have any wire hangers. Ironically, I only have wooden.
Well, Pierre was explaining to me how to build a little tripod for my phone when he was
Out of coat hangers.
right. And I was thinking to myself, like, do I even have wire coat hangers anymore?
Oh my goodness.
Exactly.
Well,
They're
that
either felt or plastic or wooden.
Right.
But wire hangers are the cheap ones, which there really isn't wrong with them. Depends, but a weird flex. But okay, what's a weird flex?
That's pretty cool.
Oh, what is it?
It's Augustus in bright yellow.
Oh,
Is that from
What's
the
it made
Capitol
out of?
building?
It's just
Plaster or something?
It's not plaster. It's
Ceramic?
sort of. It's probably some sort of hardened foamy
Like a resin or something?
resin, maybe. My friend works at Bloomingdale's, and this was part of their display.
Oh, Bloomingdale.
they have
Bloomingdale's.
over the years. Well, that was lovely. I'm gonna go wash this.
Would anyone else like to join in the reindeer fun here?
Well, I was about to say I hate to bust up the party, but I'm reaching my maximum limit here. My legs are starting to kill me, so I need to retire to my comfy chair.
Well, you could always, if you have a problem with sliding off that chair, we do have the coat hanger.
Yes, that's just what I need.
You
That was sarcastic, by the way.
strap that down on the piano stool and you play that concerto like it's never been played before.
No risk of sliding off with that thing.
No.
Oh, boy. All right, well, be good. I'm going to go hang out.
You know what we have to do is get, one of those electrocardiomatic, with the thing that you put wires on your head and connect to something just to see what happens when we.
Well, to see my brain.
Oh, and then get the readout on the screen and put that up on the stream of Schiavello's brainwaves.
Richter scales,
right?
7 or something.
You could do what is it? A lie detector test. There we go.
A lie detector test.
And ask me about certain people in the chat. Because I feel like I'm
don't
getting
care about that. I just want to cause your brain to short.
I feel like I'm getting thrown under the bus by Frederick.
Well, you're lucky because I haven't even been looking at chat. So
don't look at chat.
Okay, I'll brace
but you're
myself.
about to join the chat.
Well, affects and all. If you would like to retire, we can take someone else can take your place.
Sounds good. I had a
To be
question
next,
here.
the price is right.
The return address on this package, would it be cool if I sent you a small gift of some sort?
You can send me whatever you like, and
Okay, cool. I think I might do that.
You can find it on my email. It's easier to read.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just send you an email then.
No,
Easy, everybody.
It's on my email. It should be on the first email you got back. I think. I don't know. We'll find out.
Gotcha. All right. Well, off the chat I go. So
See you later.
Bye. Nice seeing you.
Bye, Mitch.
Bye.
What?
Yankee.
So it's interesting what happens. We suddenly get, oh, hey, Kesh, would you like to join us and serenade us in the background?
Serenade in the background. Oh.
Yes, do come serenade me. I mean us.
Uh-oh. Oh,
-3 in Copenhagen. Ay, ay, ay. Oy vey.
oh, I was going to show you my other glasses. My
Did you
other,
get your glasses?
I have other glasses that these are falling apart in any number of ways. So, Kesh, why don't you come on and you can play the piano and sing in your native tongue, if you'd like,
Oh, I can't.
rather than in English.
Kesh just said you don't want to see me taking a dump.
Oh my goodness.
Why would you be even saying that, Kesh? That's so. Are you in the bathroom right now? Is that the idea?
Geez, I like that we're a show that you can watch while you're using the restroom.
The laboratory? Oh my gosh. I am going to have to find a tiny bottle. I hope that was enough.
God, these pens are such a mess.
Oh, it's beautiful. And it even posts.
It even posts. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty nice nib.
That's nice.
These are my other glasses I got. I've fallen asleep with these and I've rolled over them and they're all bent. So, and they fall off when I sneeze. So these are my little grandma glasses.
Oh,
wow.
That's cute. You look like Harry Potter, but
An old Harry Potter.
version of Harry Potter. A more dignified version of Harry Potter.
More dignified.
What do you think? It's really
I
weird.
think they're
You know who
great.
you look like? You look like Michael Saul.
Oh, yeah. I have to wear a little bow tie.
A little bow tie and a vest.
A bow tie on a plaid shirt. Now,
On a
I
plaid
want to
shirt.
slap him. That's not how it's done, Michael.
Or Michael.
No, you
Does anybody ever
Very
think
good.
about fashion sense? I don't think so.
those are sexy. I have some nice. Should I get my fun glasses?
Do you have fun glasses?
I have all sorts of fun glasses. I'll be right back.
Cool.
My fun glasses are turning off all the lights and not being able to see another person.
Is this a folded nib? That's weird. I've never seen a nib like that before.
I don't know. I'm not a pen person.
It's almost like they took. How do I describe this? It's like they took the nib, and when they put the machine in it, they pushed it down to make it bent like that, and then they just took the nib and went wonk like that at the end.
Okay.
It's very interesting. I've never seen a nib like that before. Usually there's like there's a little ball that gets melted or onto the.
These are fun. These are folding glasses. Somehow they completely. Let me see if I can figure out how to do them. So you take them and you fold them.
Can't see. Move toward your face.
And you
Can't see. Move towards your face.
see there they are, all folded together.
Yeah.
And it's like a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
You just unwind them,
That's cool.
and these are. It's like they're bottle caps underneath. They're really, really. I think that they're reading glasses of some sort.
Oh my.
Oh wow, that's a look.
Yeah.
But this is the look I really like. I've got this look. This is when I go out on the town.
Oh no. Oh, not a monocle.
It's a monocle with a chatelaine, with a ribbon, a grosgrain ribbon.
Oh wow, that's very educational. Just don't drop it on the floor; you'll never find it.
What do you think these?
Oh no.
Oh, that's brilliant. Those are like 1200 BC glasses. Watch out.
These are Opticians Glasses, where you would put the lenses in to see how they fit. Pince nez.
Oh, that's cute. That's a look.
I feel like your house is a fire hazard, Pierre.
someone once, I had a friend visiting here, a pen collector friend of mine, and I didn't know he had epilepsy, and he suddenly was having a seizure, horrible seizure, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what was wrong, so I called 911, and the fire department showed up, and they said, "Your house is a fire hazard."
Yeah.
And I wanted to say, you need 3 things for fire. You need fuel. I've got plenty of that. You have heat. I might have that. What else do you need? Oxygen. There's not room for oxygen in my house.
For
Oh
sure.
my God.
He was not amused. It's a hazard with this really thick Boston acid. Hazard. It's a fucking hazard. So.
Oh my! Like, I probably will have nightmares after I visit Pierre.
Well, let's be positive. Let's say you're.
I know I'm positive. I'm positive.
Yeah.
I'm just.
If I have my mood music turned on when you show up.
That's terrifying. Terrifying.
Then you'll know. You know you came on the wrong day. Okay. I don't.
Yes, Cash, you see a Christmas tree behind me. I haven't taken it down because my son lights it up and he says that it brings him joy. So
Beautiful.
yeah.
When you said beautiful just now, again, you sounded just like Paul Lynde. Beautiful.
Oh, okay. I'll say it. I can't say it. It's beautiful.
It's
Did I sound different?
No, it was Marilyn that said beautiful, but it was in that Paul Lindian voice that he does so well. Oh, Sammy.
Paul in.
The birthing chair, the birthing chair will all be good. We'll have to decide who gets turns in that one.
I've already given birth once, so I'm good.
Not the kind of birth we're talking about.
I know.
Oh my God, a date.
A date?
Later today. What time is it there right now? Gosh.
It's 4:30 in the morning.
Imagine.
Let's say it's very late or very early, depending on how you look at it.
It's later in the day than Parker is, because Parker's more east.
Well, what Cash is, it's 4:30. It's 9:30 in the morning.
It's 5 a.m. in Keshland.
Oh, sorry, 5 a.m. My bad.
12 hours ahead.
So is this a first date or a second or third? Cash.
Who went on a date? Oh, Cash is. Oh.
It is a date. Wow. May the force be with you.
Yes.
Don't bring flowers. That's such a 19th century thing to do. Bring
Cash. A big cash.
Bring chocolate. Bring ice cream.
No.
Bring a movie. That's where it's at.
What is he supposed to bring? Schiavello.
A credit card and good credit.
Condoms.
Good credit.
Good credit.
Oh Lord.
It's true.
Joshua likes flowers.
Well, I'll get you some flowers, Joshua.
You can't prove that people have money with good credit. My credit score is 806, and I have like $900 in the bank. So,
well, but you know,
My ex-boyfriend went to the bank to see about getting a loan for something. I don't know what it was, but the woman at, behind the desk said, "Well, let me see your credit score." And she said, "Oh my God." And Mark said, "What's wrong?" "I've never seen a score that's better than this." Because he always paid his bills on time. I don't think the number is low enough or high enough. I don't know what it's supposed to be for someone. I would be the worst.
Yeah, I mean, credit scores are usually out of 1,000. Well, America I know is out of 1,000, and Australia is out of 1,000. And generally, most people, I'm just generalizing, between 650 to 750, and then families usually have almost 850. If you have over 900, then you're a very special circumstance.
Is that a good thing or not?
Oh, that is like, I'll be on this floor, like with my legs up. No, but, just,
I mean, does a high score mean you have good credit or bad credit?
Good credit.
Okay. Well, Mark was 900 and something then.
Yes.
So.
Sounds it.
And I don't know what the lowest possible score for a single person could be, but I'm below that.
185 is usually the lowest.
So this is what I don't understand. You said 90. It sounds like
my lowest score was 27 at one point.
Oh.
Yep. It was very bad.
9 years. Oh wow, that's very good, Kesh. First date, but like 9 years of knowing her. I think you're moving right along at the right speed there, Kesh.
Okay, I just freaked myself out right now. I didn't know that these little bars can go all the way over without killing itself.
You pull the lever out perpendicular only.
Yeah, I know that.
So
but I didn't know that.
You just do it once.
Oh, just once.
Yeah, you're not doing anything other than there's a rubber sack in there and you're squeezing the rubber sack.
I know what an aerometric converter is. I've never used one like this before.
Well,
I've never used a lever.
An aerometric converter is different. You want to squeeze.
I'm used to being able to pull them apart and squeeze the little thing as hard as I can.
This
dip
one
in the ink and let go so it fills it all the way up. That's why I asked if it came apart. I know, it's difficult.
All you do on a lever pen, on almost every lever pen, there's one exception. On almost every lever pen, you pull it out once.
Yeah.
You squeeze the sack, pull it perpendicular, and then you put it back.
And then you let it go.
And then
sucks up all the ink.
And they take out of the ink bottle. So, when there are pens that have a little tube on the inside, like Aerometric 51s, you want to pump it a couple of times.
Right. This one doesn't have a tube.
No, that does not have a tube.
Okay. Note to self.
No tube. What are we not answering? Who holds the key to the chastity belt?
Lol. What's a chastity belt?
What, Frederick? Who's what? Leave my son out of this. Holy shit. You want to get throat punched?
Are you talking to someone live as well as?
No, I'm talking to Frederick in the chat.
Well, I thought I was hearing another voice.
Oh,
probably me. I'm in the washroom.
I see. Okay.
Washing.
I thought that was Ian and his wife asking for to be untied.
Wow.
Untie me! Untie me!
No comment.
No comment. Allegedly, no comment.
Allegedly. Poor Ian. Like, Ian's gonna. I feel like I'm gonna be arrested
Just
again.
for having the thoughts about Ian.
Yeah. Like, I don't know what I bring to this live stream except for harassing. I should say harassing the people in the chat.
You, Schiavello, you are a barometer. If you don't, we don't see you do this.
Yes.
We know we're not being funny enough. We have to make sure that this happens enough.
The funny levels have to be up there.
We have to. Yeah. See, we like that. I mean, we can talk about pens until everyone's asleep, but we need to cause your brain to have a little seizure.
Well, I don't want to have a seizure, but yes. Apparently on the chat, barometer. There we go. Barometer. Sorry.
The barometer.
I was phonetically pronouncing it.
The alleged barometer. We assume it's a barometer.
I apologize. Parker expresses a lot through his eyes and brows while reading out comments. Thank you, I think.
Barometer.
Leave me alone. No, Mitch.
Oh, poor Schiavello.
Why do I get picked on?
Because we have to pick on you. There has to be someone we pick on.
I'm not cute enough to pick on. Except for my raspy voice when it's time.
When it's time. Well, we are playing with our pens, so we have fish to fry, whereas Schiavello doesn't have this other occupation. So
Kesha said Parker has a brow meter.
Oh, sweet. Cash, I propose to you too, but Russell is first.
Well, due to coronavirus, I haven't been able to get my forehead frozen. So, yes.
You have the coronavirus?
No. Due to pandemic.
Oh.
No. So I have Tourette's and facial Tourette's, which, my eyebrows suffer profusely, and I generally get injections that
Botox. Yes, we know all about it.
Sorry, I'm having a brain freeze while I'm reading the chat, but yes, I get muscle relaxing injections, as I would like to call them, and they help with my migraines, and they kind of slow down my Tourette's, because my Tourette's can't really move my eyebrows.
Yeah.
But I can still feel when they're meant to move, which, it's like a phantom kind of movement I can feel.
Yeah.
So, although no one comes close to Pia in terms of hairy eyebrows that just won't quit from Cash.
Rude.
Speak to your audience.
I sometimes think they're going to get caught in the revolving door at a hotel. Like I'm going to walk in and I'm going to be whisked outside again because my eyebrow got caught. No, that's kept me from having them moan as well because the coronavirus.
Yes, Frederick, Frederick had coronavirus early last year.
Yeah.
And I had it in June last year. But yes, Mitch says, well, we're glad you are okay, Frederick. Yes, we are.
Burn.
Yeah, you got burned, Pia.
That's okay. I don't mind.
I'm happy to donate some of my eyebrows. I mean, there's too much of them. Apparently, I'm very animated.
I'll be right back.
Okie dokie. Yes, sir.
Oh, it's amazing.
You are very animated. Oh, okay. You like that about me, Joshua Schroeder. Thank you, Mr. Schroeder. Asymptomatic. Yes, Cash. That's horrible, though. Took me almost 3 months to recover, but I'm recovered as much as possible, though. Still tire easily. That's from Frederick D.
Yeah, I swear I had coronavirus because my taste buds went all wonky. They were tasting like vibrating. It was tasted like I had my mouth on one of those foot vibrating things. It was like very strange. But like I didn't get tested around that time, and I've been in the hospital twice for surgery, and I haven't been tested positive, so that's good.
Yeah. I don't like the test, honestly. You know, getting something rammed up your nose.
I don't so much mind it being rammed up my nose, but if they're going to ram stuff down my throat, they're going to get another type of present.
I bet. They don't want someone on their knees, Marilyn.
Sure.
But yeah, I hate the getting the corona test via the nostrils. I really hate it. About a month or two ago, I was traveling a lot every single day. So I would have to have a test once I got on the plane and then once off the plane. And then I would fly back 6 or 7 hours later back home. And so it was 4 tests a day and it was awful. Just constant. Like my nose got to a point where it was so raw that my nose was bleeding from having 50 to 60 tests. My what? Sorry?
Such abuse. Your nose.
Yeah. Well, she's been through a lot.
Kesh hates doctors too, but you have to understand there are 2 of the 3 people here are doctors.
I'm a doctor.
I am a gastroenterologist.
That's a doctor.
That's a specialist. We would call you a specialist, even though you would have a doctor. But yeah. I don't mind hospitals. Hospitals are great. Don't know why. Can I not be 2 things at once, Kesh?
He's more than 2 things. He's a lawyer,
Sources of income.
musician.
But you say I'm a lawyer like I'm in there fighting the OJ case.
Why aren't you?
I'm not fighting the John Bonet. I mean, like
specifically.
I am
out of the bedroom.
But no,
You see Friedrich's little descriptor.
I'm a man of many talents, both in. Oh, fuck you, Frederick.
Oh, you're getting the vapors.
Wow.
Oh, I'm having the vapors.
I have menopause.
Yeah, and Kesh is still wondering. He said this twice so far about China is testing swabs through the back door.
About what, sorry?
Well, look at Kesha's thing. Do you guys know China is testing and taking swabs via the anal route now?
I haven't heard that.
I
And
haven't
again,
heard
I haven't seen the news for the day, so
I don't think it would be effective, as my opinion. As a
It seems like it would be less exact.
can you even see my nice note that I'm
I
writing?
can. Yeah, thank you, dear peer. No, sir.
So
Okay, it's very light.
yes,
Thank you, Sir Pia.
Thank you. So, okay, yeah. So love.
You love your pens? I don't know.
love my new pen nibs.
My pen is okay, and there's MMD. Thank you.
Okie dokie, Mitch. I'll take care of the distribution warehouse while you make your spearmint tea. Unless the live virus is present in the fecal discharge, which
It'll get digested. I don't
try
understand.
to- oh, yeah, that's right.
It doesn't make any sense.
They think the virus will be more active there. Yes and no.
It's a lung disease. It's not going through the anus. It's just stupid.
I mean, it's getting, it's coming out, but what? Aphex, I would like to have a cup of your Joe too. Oh, yes, hot flashes all the damn time.
See, this Hunt 22B is like the Boinga Boinga.
You what? You want the boinga boinga? No.
The Hunt 22B is like the Boinga Boinga.
Okay. Well, the thing with the Hunt 22B is it's a steel nib, and at some point it's going to go bye-bye on you.
Yep.
And that gold nib has been around for 100 years,
Plus,
110 years or more, and it won't go bad.
Well, coronavirus was very interesting. That really lit up the conversation, along with menopause. Okay. Okay. Kesh has a question.
Yeah.
What did you guys? I can't see. What you guys had for your last meal then? Question mark. Reading it the way he spelled it. Or what's the next meal? Oh Lord. I'm Italian. I eat pasta a lot, like bolognese and spaghetti bolognese and meatballs and so on. And yeah. Yes, I still want my Carmine pen, Frederick. But yes, Miss Marilyn, what did you have for dinner? Or
let's see, it's 3:50 in the afternoon.
what did you have for breakfast, sir?
I had 2 oranges, 2 cuties for breakfast, and a cup of coffee that I just finished just now.
That sounds lovely. Frederick, I would really enjoy that Carmine pen, yes. And I would like some M&Ms as well, please. Frederick sends me M&Ms, by the way, because Australia is, no comment, we're the biggest floating island in the world. So we're a piece of, it's just, I don't want to dox myself, but we don't have the full selection of M&Ms. The chocolate, I guess it is. What would you classify it as, Miss Marilyn?
M&Ms,
Yes.
crunchy candy with the coating, with the
Thank you.
crunchy coated chocolates.
Yes. Yes, thank you. I just
They melt in your mouth, not in your hand.
Melt in your mouth, not in your hand. That's what they say.
They say what? Sorry, what does it say again?
It melt in your mouth, not in your
hand.
Because they have the plastic coating, so the chocolate doesn't melt in your hand when you're holding them.
Right. Okay. But they do melt in. Well, I live in northern Queensland.
Everything melts in northern Queensland.
It's 140 Fahrenheit, and I'm not exaggerating.
They get like 50 Celsius out there. It's like crazy.
Well, where I am, I don't get 50 Celsius. We get the humidity, which makes it feel a lot hotter. And where I live, I'm a very small town of 10,000 people, which it may sound like a lot, but it's very small. I can get from one side of the town to the other in less than 5 minutes driving. But we're a very popular tourist destination. And so we've got beautiful beaches and so on and so forth. And so I'm on a coastal town. But what comes with that being in the tropical Queensland part is that we have cyclones, and we've had a few tornado warnings as well. Because of how close the sea is. And then so in front of me is where the ocean is, and behind me is where a lot of hills are. So a lot of like the temperature and the differences all just ram into each other and cause tornadoes at sometimes. And because there's a lot of open area once you're out of the town. It's a lot of fields, and because we do what crops? I don't know, what crop do we do here? Sugarcane crops.
My friend, she lives in a town in Australia. It's called Bundaberg.
Oh, Bundaberg.
Bundaberg.
Yes, I know Bundaberg. That is in Queensland, I believe.
That's on the east coast, kind of like in the middle of the.
Yes, and it's a bit it's inland, I believe.
No, it's right on the coast.
But Bundaberg,
like 3 miles from the beach. She's like 5 feet from the lake. It's a Bunga Box River, and she's like 10 miles maybe from the. Let's see, she's 7 miles from the coast.
Oh yes, I apologize. So Bundaberg is an Australian city on Queensland's coast. It's known for the Bundaberg rum and the Bundaberg distillery. That it offers a museum, tours, and tastings, and as a botanic gardens as well. So
they live in the San Francisco of Australia, if it were to be turned upside down.
What, Bundaberg?
Yeah.
Oh God, no.
I'm saying that in the location, if you were to turn the
globe upside down.
The globe upside down, they would live in.
Why would you want to do that?
I don't know. I was Googling the other day, and I was like, okay, I'll show you what I'm looking at. So
Okay.
I'm looking at this. This looks like
it's upside down.
It's upside down.
It looks like America, and I was zooming in because this is about where I live, and I'm all looking at it, and I'm like,
no, that's not right.
Where did Los Angeles go? Where in the hell did Los Angeles go?
Well. So is that Australia?
That's us. She was looking up. This
is Australia.
She's
okay, so
on the wrong.
Can you make it go the right way?
Let's see. How can I tell? See, if it was the right way, it would be this way.
Okay.
That's Australia.
So zoom in where that arrow is. Stop. I was going to say zoom out a little bit. Now go up a little bit.
To the north?
Yeah. Yeah. Now zoom in.
Oh, are we going to see? your house? Are you gonna go out and wave?
What suburb?
Stone.
So that's I don't know where you are, but you go up a bit more.
There's a really pretty beach, I can tell. Let's see.
I'm trying to find where I am.
Oh, there's the tip.
Just the tip, but you've gone too far. But yeah, I don't want to tell people where I am, but
Well,
I
you're
am.
here somewhere.
Look for like an island called Hamilton Island, which is along the coast.
Hamilton Island.
So I am located in the Whitsundays, which is with the Great Barrier Reef. So that's Hamilton Island.
Yeah.
Yep. And so I am just.
I'm like, where the hell are? Oh, you're on the other side.
No. That's Perth. Like,
oh
no.
This is Hamilton Island. I don't know why I'm over there. Anyway.
Okay. I think
Okay, Kesh, have a good.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, we're getting distracted. I apologize.
Yes, you have. You're going on a date. Or you have to sleep to get up the energy for the date.
Yes, I'm very excited for Kesh to go on a date because Kesh, you're a very handsome man and you deserve a lovely, lovely, lovely lady. And you have a lot to offer because you're very musical. And from what I have seen of you, you're very personable and very lovely. So if she walks away, that's on her.
And you'll be right there next in line.
Shut up.
Okay, sorry.
No, I've got E&K and then no.
Yeah.
But yes, good luck. Honestly, good luck, and I think some flowers would be nice because you guys. Yes, I think. Yeah, flowers would be nice because you said that you're going to a
Just kidding.
a kitten cafe.
A what?
So it's a cafe that they have kittens.
Oh, like a petting zoo.
So yeah, but you get to play with kittens while you talk and so on. But obviously, food isn't allowed with the kittens. It's a big thing. They're starting to do some of that in Australia, and then that was 2019 November. Yes, practice your best behavior tonight. We don't want any junior cash. Don't make the mistakes. No, my kid's not a mistake.
No cachettes.
Time is 4 p.m. Alexa, stop.
Yes. Anyway, but yes, good luck, Cash. Yes, good luck.
Good night.
I wish you the best. Remember, be a gentleman, as you have shown us. Mitch, they do have cat cafes in Japan. They have dog cafes in San Francisco and LA and San Diego.
It's a thing.
Pardon?
It's a thing.
It is, isn't it? Like, because you're West Hollywood, I believe, Maryland?
No, I live south of Disneyland.
So, Orange County.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry,
About 30 miles. What is southeast of Los Angeles?
Okay. Yeah. So are you like a Corona Del Mar area?
Yes. I'm north of Corona Del Mar.
And how long can you get? Like,
hey, Rob. This is
hello, Rob. Rob Morrison.
And Rob is. I'd send him a link if you want to do this. Rob is an old friend of mine who lives in somewhere.
Lives in somewhere or Finland?
I don't know if he's in Kansas or if he's in North Carolina now. But he used to live right down the street from me.
Oh, really? Okay.
And why can't I get this to paste?
But yes, Corona del Mar is a beautiful place, Maryland. Like the beaches are beautiful.
Well, they used
So
to
Rob,
be.
click on that, and your camera will come on, and we'll join in the fun.
Sorry, Maryland.
I said they used to be anyway.
Yeah, used to be. But I yes, like when I was in the States, probably 6 years ago, a little bit more. It was where I stayed in Orange County. I stayed on the beachfront in a like an Airbnb situation.
They're gorgeous when you're right on the beach. I'm a little bit inland. I'm like smack dab in the middle of Orange County.
Suburbia?
Well, no, suburbia is more like up on the hill. We are in the ghetto of suburbia.
You have how many people can you sit down at one of your dining room tables?
12.
A ghetto, my dog.
Is it a card table?
Oh, here's Rob. So
Oh,
Rob,
you didn't see, did you?
everyone, this is Rob Morrison.
No.
A ghetto, my dog.
Oh, Rob.
Hi. Oh, here's Rob.
Hi, Rob.
You did
We
too.
might be getting into her ghetto. See if you can. Hi, Rob. Hi, Rob.
You did too.
We might be getting into her ghetto. Rob.
I think someone needs to mute their YouTube live.
Rob, can you hear
did
me?
it.
Nod. I've muted you because you're causing an echo. There's something that's you have two things that are turned on. Ooh. So undo one of the things you have.
How's that?
I believe it.
That's better.
Is that better?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, good.
I'm not used to all this technology.
It's okay.
Is that a beard you're sporting?
This is this is my COVID beard.
I see.
It's a pandemic beard, exactly.
That's right. It's a pandemic beard.
So you know Friedrich Deal?
Friedrich quoi?
Friedrich
What?
Deal.
Who?
Frederick
Deal.
Deal.
Dial.
He's from Chicago, a pen collector. Do you go to the Chicago shows, Rob? I can't even remember.
I haven't been for a long time. I've only been to Chicago once, actually.
Okay. And so the people in the chat right now, from top to bottom, is Pierre, who you know. Miss Marilyn Darling is, you'll see in a moment. Rob Morrison and Parker Schiavello from Australia, but he's now do we say affianced or engaged to Frederick Deal. And Frederick, why don't you join us? You know Rob, evidently. Frederick knows Rob.
Frederick's
Frederick
not
hangs out a lot with Susan Worth at the various shows. Fred would hang out with Susan. Rob, are you there?
Yes. What? Me?
Frederick would hang out with Susan Worth a lot.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Is that a domestic malt beverage?
This is in fact a domestic malt beverage.
Okay.
It's from my other home, Asheville, North Carolina, and it's a delicious IPA. You catch me.
There's Marilyn.
Hello, Marilyn.
Marilyn is a calligrapher. I just sent her 2 Waterman pen nibs. One is almost like the 13 you stole from me.
Oh,
So nice and
what a
spring.
great nib.
So Rob, show us a little bit of what you can do with a pen. Can you do that real quick?
Let's see.
Rob is left-handed and has managed not to write with a hook, but write with a.
I'm someone who's not a pen person. I'm just going to say I am just a hired actor. And no, I'm kidding. But I don't know much about fountain pens, but is it hard to be left-handed and use them?
Not
It is.
general fountain pens, but
If you can imitate how a right-handed person holds the pen,
It's the subject of a lot of confusion. Yes.
Okay.
So you're either a hooker where you write like this, or a pusher where you like that. So that's Ben Tipping says you're either a hooker or a pusher.
Yes, that's right. It's absolutely true. I never thought of it that way. But there are people.
Huh?
Now, there are people who do things like what Marilyn is doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where you're able to be a hooker and nevertheless use a fountain pen. In fact, I think one of the White House calligraphy office calligraphers.
But they're using Sharpies, I heard.
Yes.
I thought it was crayons.
You hold it. That's where he holds up his executive orders that he's written on with signed with a Sharpie. So there was long before Trump. There was a guy who started in the Carter administration who was in the White House calligraphy office. Who I saw his work in one of these issues of a calligraphy magazine when I went to the Washington D.C. pen show, and then I discovered much later that he was in fact a hooked writer who just adapted. Wrote like this instead of like this. What you want to do is you want to be able to pull like this so that the tines separate when you're pulling. So if you write like this, it's not going to work.
Oh, okay.
Right? But if you write like this, the way left-handed people are technically supposed to write, if you look at old handwriting manuals, you'll see that left-handed people are supposed to write like this.
But
if you do that, you can use a fountain pen as it's intended to be used, and you don't have. There's no special nib that you need. There's no special, anything. So you hear people giving lots of advice to left-handed people, and a lot of it's based on the mistaken idea that everybody writes with a hook.
But why do they do that? Why did left-handed kids?
Well, because it's more convenient to do that. And I started out writing with a hook when I was a kid, and nobody corrected me because my teachers were all right-handed and they had no idea. And I remember looking at you got these manuals when you were in elementary school, right, Pierre?
Yeah, I remember
these handwriting manuals where you would copy the letters. And they would show what the correct writing position was. They would show a picture of a kid in a desk with his arm like this. And I realized, and it showed a right-handed person and it showed a left-handed person. And I realized when I looked at them that my writing position was not what was illustrated in the book. And I didn't know why. I didn't seem to be doing it right. And then my 7th grade teacher made me change. And I was really, really mad at her for a long time. But now now I thank her for making me change because it was very uncomfortable. But and I had a son who was left-handed, and
you still have a son.
Yes.
I was going to say that's right. I had a son. What I mean is my wife gave birth to a child who was a son. He's still living, and so. And he went to several different schools, obviously, and every year we'd have the initial meeting with the teachers, and they would talk about what our ambitions for Simon were, and I would let Kelly, my wife, talk to the teachers about her ambitions, and then I would wait till the end, and I would say, I only care about one thing. I just want you to teach him to be a left-handed person who pulls rather than hooks. And they said, yeah, okay, we'll do that. And none of them ever did it, and they had no idea what I was talking about, and they couldn't figure out what it was. And because they were, oh yeah, let me look. They take their right hand and they would, and none of them none of them understood it or were able to. So as a result, my son, here I am, a pen collector, a seller and buyer and seller of vintage fountain pens, and a sometime calligrapher, a left-handed person. I have a left-handed son, and he does this too. And it's terrible, terrible.
I will
So
say,
show us what you can do with the left-handed. And then
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what I can do, but I just got this.
I can write backwards, but I can't write frontwards.
A shaper, balance. Damn you. Oh, flat top. No, balance. I can't see. Balance.
how pretty.
I suppose. I can't tell the nib. Is it flexible? It's. I only see a quarter size of what you're doing here. So, okay. Damn
There we
you.
go.
Damn you. Damn you. Damn you. Damn you. Damn you. Okay.
Someone jealous.
You can tell when Pierre gets the idea.
Okay.
It doesn't take him long.
It doesn't take me long. Okay.
He and I both know what we're looking at.
We know exactly what we're looking at, and we have exactly the same taste in nibs. So write something pretty for.
Well, okay, this isn't.
I was going to quickly say that I'm also left-handed. I've used a fountain pen once, and my son is left-handed as well.
Fuck you, Rob.
And
That's very springy on top of everything else.
oh wow,
See that, Marilyn?
Yeah. Wow.
It's not focusing.
Yeah, we
I
have
would-
a problem.
yeah, it's
Lovely. Damn.
that's
Damn.
beautiful.
Damn. That's a lovely pen. And that was an eBay thing?
Yes, it was. Yes,
And
it
what
was.
did you pay for that eBay thing? Just tell us.
Well, let's see. When I got it, it had a broken cap.
Okay.
So I happened to have a cap that was identical in every way, including the flat ball clip.
And
It wasn't, there are one or two other people out there who recognize these things.
yeah.
So I think I paid a couple $100.
Oh, good. Well, it's a great nib. It's worth it for
Allegedly.
Yeah.
allegedly a couple hundred.
Yeah.
P. Schiavello is a lawyer. Rob is a lawyer too, once upon a time, and so
I'm a lapsed lawyer.
Parker Schiavello uses the word allegedly quite a lot, just to keep on the right side of any.
On the right side of the law. Is that because you sound more like a journalist who's being advised by lawyers?
No, it's so ingrained in my head about just certain things.
So let me ask you a question. This is something that bothers me. Like when a United States attorney is giving a press conference and he says, "We allege that the defendant attempted to incite a riot," they insert too many allegedlys.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're talking about what a complaint alleges, everybody knows it's what you're alleging. So you can go ahead and just say, we are alleging the following things. He incited a riot. He entered the United States Capitol. You don't have to say he allegedly entered the United States Capitol. You don't have to say he allegedly, broke a window. You don't have to say he allegedly, beat a policeman over the head with a shield.
They're protecting themselves legally.
They're being extra careful.
So, a lot of TV hosts will say allegedly after saying something about a certain celebrity or whatever, or Trump. But people are afraid of Trump and his power that he allegedly has, which is doubted.
Allegedly.
Yeah, he's a great practitioner of slap suiting.
Exactly.
Of filing frivolous lawsuits to discourage criticism.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's why people will say allegedly, even Fox News, they will say allegedly about the now ex-president of the US.
Yes.
And because he's so, I mean, the US is a very sue-happy country, but Trump is a very sue-happy person.
Yes, he is.
With all those millions and billions of dollars that he allegedly has.
That he allegedly has.
So we don't need.
Well, I'm just going to go out and say it. I'm going to go ahead and say it. He lies about his net worth.
Allegedly.
And I'm not saying allegedly at all.
No.
We're just saying.
Taxes say.
Is he on? Is he on here? Did you see the John Oliver thing about Charles Murray, the coal mining guy who sued John Oliver?
No.
John Oliver has a show called Last Week Tonight, and about a year ago, something like that, he did a whole show about this guy Murray, who's a coal miner. He owns a coal company, and because this guy Murray sued John Oliver for things that he was saying about his coal company, whatever, and the suit was dismissed, and so he did this hilarious show in which he just went all out in slandering, technically slandering, and saying all kinds of outrageous things about the guy just because he could, because he's gotten this. Anyway, if you ever see the John Oliver episode about this guy Murray on Last Week Tonight, it's hilarious. It ends up in like a floor show outside on, West 56th Street or wherever it is outside their Times Square offices. But are you an American lawyer or an Australian lawyer?
I'm an Australian lawyer, but I was explaining previously, I'm not a lawyer that's going to be, defending OJ or in the OJ trial or John Bonet or, Ted Bundy or I'm not that kind of lawyer, criminal lawyer. I'm not a criminal lawyer.
Right.
I deal with contracts. So I'm a contract lawyer for my family's business and a few other businesses as well. And it was a way of challenging myself whilst I was going through medical school.
He's a doctor as well.
I'm a doctor as well. My specialty is pediatrician and working with cancer patients who are primarily children.
Wow.
And he's 28 years old.
So what do you actually do like every day? You practice, you are a doctor.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm a doctor, yes, but I don't do that every day anymore. I took a very long sabbatical in February 2020, and I haven't really been back. I know I went back for a week, I believe, and I was mentally couldn't handle it. I had come to a point after studying for so long, having I have a 15-year-old child as well, which is a different.
Excuse me, that's not possible. You're only about 16 years old yourself, I can tell.
I am 28 years old, born in 1992.
Well, you don't impress me. You don't sound very old by saying 1992.
I'm just saying
that does not impress me.
I'm not trying to impress. I'm just saying, but my mental state was coming down after because my education was very fast tracked.
It sounds like, yes. Well, my. With law, that reminds me of something somebody told me who was in law school when I was had not yet gone. He said, the best thing about going to law school is that it teaches you when you need a lawyer.
Yes. Yes.
So I practiced law for 15 years in Boston, and then I moved and I stopped practicing law. And now I find myself in the same position because I'm here in Hutchinson, Kansas, where my aging father lives. He's a retired orthodontist. And so these filing cabinets are all his financial things. And so I take care of them. And I know when to go to a lawyer. You know, we have a lawyer who was a year ahead of me at Hutchinson High School in Hutchinson, Kansas, and he, you know, instead of me, I'm just a flibberty gibbet who, you know, has decided to get interested in fountain pens instead. But he is an actual lawyer, and so I know when I have to go to him.
Yes.
So it's an excellent, possibly expensive credential to have, but it does come in handy even if you're not a practicing lawyer.
Rob,
Yeah. What's that, Peter?
look at this.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
Well, you won't ever
No.
guess.
I'll never guess.
No.
Diamond Point.
Conklin.
It's a Belmont. It's as fat as a Schaefer Senior, but it's short and stubby. Isn't it cool?
Does it have a flat top?
Yep.
It looks like a Conklin.
It's really sweet.
It's a Belmont.
Belmont, made for the Rexall.
Made for the Rexall Company by Moore, wasn't it? Weren't they made by Moore?
Belmont's made by Moore? They might have been. I don't know.
Does it have like a shallow, Moore-like ladder feed? Cone
No,
feed?
it looks like a Schaefer feed or a wall feed.
I always thought Belmonts were made by Moore.
Oh my god, this nib is so amazing. Sorry.
What?
So Pierre gave me this Boinga Boinga nib.
Boinga Boinga.
It's like
Oh,
you're
no.
13. It's 13. It's like you're 13. It's very springy, fine,
Oh.
but very flexible.
Is it Waterman?
Moore
Yep.
and Carter made Belmont according to Friedrich. Moore and Carter, like what one of them make the nib and the other make a cap or something, or how did that work? It's very the nib is very fine and very springy.
It looks very nice.
It's almost like a weak dip pen nib. It's very delicate.
Well, Pierre, I hope you didn't sell that to Marilyn for any less than $500 or $600.
I did, and
Shout out to Hawaii.
That is very nice. Look at that. Yeah.
Fantastic.
so Friedrich, would you like to get on camera here so you could, because Rob might recognize you if he sees you. They both.
I've literally only been to the Chicago show one time in my life, so I can't.
Well, he's met me, so he must have gone to. He was at a Boston show at some point.
Oh, okay.
So he would have. But you know, at a pen show, I'm either looking down. I never look at anyone in their eyes or their face.
You just look at the table space in front of them. That's all you ever see.
This is a great art pen.
Yeah.
Nib.
It's again, don't go uphill too often.
Yeah, don't go uphill. You don't want to do that. So is that like a 55 or what is that?
No, it's her pen. I just sold her the nib. The pen she has is a 12 PSF. It's a screw.
12 PSF. Yeah, I recognize.
No, this is a POC.
POC. It's a uphill screw cap, number 12.
Oh, look at that! Wow, that's yeah. Good job. Well, you make it focus. That's hard to do. Make it focus on the end of the barrel. That is hard to do.
This is a Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. Good camera.
Oh, okay.
I'm using my phone as a top now.
You're using your phone. Wow.
See?
Wait a minute. Then why am I able to see your phone?
That's
mirror.
a mirror.
There's a mirror. Oh,
Mirror.
okay. Yeah.
Something I don't know much of.
Mirrors?
I was going to show something pen related
Oh, go ahead.
for once. So
must have some eye drop filling pens because you have a lot of eyedroppers or syringes.
Yes, I do. I prefer the syringes over filling pens normally because
Rob,
I don't want to have to
Yeah,
get my fingers dirty. But it also
interrupting a little bit. Here's Matt to say hi.
Hi,
Hey, Rob. Very nice to see you.
nice to see you.
oh,
How are you holding up in the quarantine?
He's in Kansas now.
I guess I'm fine. I don't
Yeah.
know. Here in America, especially in the red states in America, you've got to be your own epidemiologist
Okay, good.
because nobody else bothers with anything. So you've got to decide how safe you want to be. And even as the casualties mounted higher and higher in Kansas, people are still not taking it seriously. It's
Now,
amazing.
You live in West Kansas or North Kansas? Isn't that what it didn't, or was it Nebraska that Trump thought there was a North and a South one?
Oh, no, I don't remember that.
It was a football team that won something, and it was Kansas City, Missouri, I guess, and he thought it was Kansas City.
Oh, right.
And he thought
That's true. Yeah.
North Kansas. That's why he got it confused because it was North Kansas. Whatever.
That's true. It's Kansas City Chiefs, Pierre.
Okay. Well, thank
It
you.
was the Kansas City Chiefs that won the Super Bowl, Pierre.
Thank you.
Let me clue you into this. And so he said something that clearly meant that he thought that Kansas City was in Kansas, which it isn't. I mean, there is a Kansas City, Kansas, but it's the smaller of the two Kansas cities, and it's not the one where the football team is located. So
That's in
it's a
South,
little complicated, but everybody in America knows that, except Donald Trump.
except for me. I mean, I don't.
Except for you. Okay. Well, I was born in Kansas City, Kansas, but I was only born on the Kansas side because that's where the hospital was. It was the KU Medical Center that happens to be on the west side of State Line Boulevard in Kansas City. And Kansas City, Missouri are two separate cities with two separate city governments. They're in two separate states. So there's a mayor of Kansas City, Kansas, and a city council of Kansas City, Kansas. There's a mayor and a city council of Kansas City, Missouri. And I think my mom might have lived on the Kansas side because she was a nurse in the Kansas City, the Kansas University Medical Center in Kansas City, Kansas. So there you go. Now you're an expert.
I guess.
I guess.
I guess so.
well, my mom was born in Salina.
You. Great to see you.
Nice to see you.
Thank you. Take care.
Okay. Oh, wow. Anyway, so I've got.
So Pierre, I love watching your videos.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say I watch all of them, but I
do a lot of them, and since I've learned this StreamYard thing, it's this is it's a free app or something. I mean, for the most part, it's free. For 20 hours a month, you get for free. But I suddenly had to pay. Got over.
I need to reimburse you for that, Pierre.
Oh no! You can wait for another time.
Well, I said I was going to.
Ciavello wants to underwrite my live streams. Effectinol, do you see the chat? Effectinol, you see in the chat to the right of your screen.
Should I be on YouTube or should I be on StreamYard?
I would have two windows open.
Huh?
Two windows open.
Okay.
Well, you
One with
only
the
need one window open, but on the StreamYard, there's a chat on the right. It says private chat, and then next to that is comments. That's the comments that are coming from YouTube.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you. Okay.
So Frederick D has just said something. And Effectinol, that's how he pronounces it. We've decided that Effectinol is a drug that will cause erectile dysfunction. Ask your doctor about Affextinol. Anyway, he's a Schaefer collector.
Okay.
He just got both he and Marilyn got a package from Pier today in the mail. So
Are you talking third person? Oh yeah, Pia. Sorry, I malfunctioned for a second.
we've been having fun causing Schiavello to malfunction. We like watching his brain short circuit, which usually involves showing things. I showed him what Ian got me at the Philadelphia Pen Show. He showed up to my table. He just got back from teaching 2 years. He was teaching English in North Korea or South Korea.
Oh, okay.
He went there and he was teaching English to them. And he came up to my table and he said, in his usual way, he said, "Pierre, I brought you a present. I brought this all the way from the other hemisphere," or whatever he said. And he had it wrapped in very noisy paper. So I'm sitting at my table, and Nicola Pang is next to me, and I've got customers in front of me, and I'm unwrapping this very noisy thing. And this is what it was.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
How nice.
Show the other side.
Good for you.
good for me, yes. And
it's very well done.
It's a coat hanger, but when I told the group that I actually have it screwed on my piano stool, that's when poor Schiavello had a conniption fit, like he's doing right now. He knew the joke. Anyway, Ian is as we've all learned from yesterday, Ian showed up for the first time yesterday, and he charmed us with telling stories and playing music on the ukulele and stuff. So, and Neville was here yesterday too, and of course Neville is a crackpot.
Is Neville Frankenpen?
Frankenpen, yeah.
And Neville he does a radio show?
He runs he has a broadcast studio somewhere that he gets
10 hours.
10 hours a week or something that he can.
And that's Rhode Island?
That's Rhode Island, yeah.
Neville Bedford?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's a ham radio guy from way back too.
Okay.
Is he and where would sorry.
Well,
go ahead.
Last time I saw Neville, he was practicing law. Is he no longer practicing law?
He is practicing law. He's still practicing law.
Okay.
He doesn't use the word allegedly nearly as much
as Parker does.
As Parker. Parker in Australia, they're more careful about that, I guess.
Extremely, because we're starting to become a sue-happy country in Australia, where the government, or I don't know much about the government, but the government passed a law where us as individuals, like without a law degree, can get a cease and desist letter from Google and adjust it to our standards and serve people, and it's legal.
Wow. You'll be put out of business.
Letter.
I wonder if you can get an appendectomy from printing out a Google thing. It sounds like you have to do something other than just that, but maybe
you have to get it stamped by like the justice of the peace and then get it served.
Oh, you have to have there's a little tiny bit of a hurdle.
Not really.
Well, you have to, presumably the justice of the peace has to read it.
They don't care. They're old women. Well, here they're old women in their twilight years, just ready just to stamp that piece of paper and be like, "Yep, get out."
Okay. Thank you for coming. Get out.
They are, and it's free.
Well, a cease and desist letter. In America, a cease and desist letter is just a letter telling you to stop doing something.
Yeah.
With an intention.
Doesn't have to be associated with any kind of actual legal proceeding, right? It's usually written by a lawyer. You get your lawyer to write a letter to somebody you think is violating your rights in some way. So there's no reason why anybody can't.
Without the lawyer, you get the letter without the lawyer, so you don't have to pay the lawyer, I guess.
Yeah, anybody can do that now. I mean, a cease and desist letter isn't. I don't think there's any area of the law in which that it's a special thing. Except later when you go into court and you sue them, you can prove that you notified them on a certain date that you allege that they're in violation of some copyright or something, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think whether somebody's litigation prone or sue happy, I think depends on whatever the laws are in the country. I don't think we're any more. Like, for example, in Britain they have more liberal libel laws, so people are suing each other for libel all the time in Britain, but not in America, because in America if you lose, you don't. Well, I don't remember why it is. But, one of Trump's ambitions was to loosen the libel laws in America so that he could sue people more easily. You know? Anyway, isn't that fascinating?
Sorry. I mean,
let's see another pen, Rob.
Let's see another pen. What have I? Oh, I got something interesting that here I don't think you've ever seen.
I got fountain pen stuff that I would like to show. I never
Please
do. Okay. I have ink.
I'm going to show Pierre this one first.
Okay.
You go ahead.
It looks like
It's an equipoise.
Swan? Equipoise? It's an equipoise in gold?
It's an equipoise with a 9-karat gold overlay.
That's obscene. It's like Schaefer solid gold. Schaefer what?
That's solid gold?
No, well,
it's 9-karat, made in Britain, and the hallmarks say W.E. and Company.
I agree, in chat, but wow.
W.E. and Company Limited by appointment to HRA.
No, it stands for Wall Eversharp, which means that not just somebody who put an overlay on top of a wall equipoise.
Okay.
It wasn't private labeled, yeah.
Which happens sometimes. You have jeweler overlays. But this is not a jeweler overlay because the hallmark says W.E. and Company. Actually, I'm not sure.
It was Wallingford and Eddington and Company.
I will just read the chat on YouTube just quickly. Rob, my partner Frederick wants that pen.
Well,
my poor credit card.
Well, Friedrich, I will be selling it one day.
You let him know. Otherwise, I will send a cease and desist.
Yes, you'll send me a cease and desist letter.
Go to Google and print something.
I'll Google my cease and desist. No, I know how to do
this letter. Yeah. Well, I'm going to be selling. I'm going to be putting it on eBay sometime. So, check my listings.
Can you let someone else know first?
Send me an email and I will. It's vintagewriting@gmail.com.
Vintagewriting@gmail.com. Okay, got it.
And if you want to know, because I think in the case of this pen, normally I do regular auctions starting at $9.
$9. Okay.
Usually I do auctions when I put things on eBay, but this will be a case where I'll be putting it up for a specific amount, as a price, because it's the sort of thing that I've never seen one before. I normally just leave it to the marketplace, but I think the person who might want it the most probably might not be on eBay that week. So so I'll probably put it on at a fixed price, and it'll be high, but
with a best offer maybe, or
best offer. Yes, there will be a best offer option. But so
$100. Will you take $10 plus 4 cents tax?
Okay, I'm going to show what I was going to show because I'm not a pen person.
Yes, please.
But Piers walked away.
Pierre, come back. See, he thinks that he can just do that.
So do I.
Give him a break. He's only been doing it for a week. We're training slowly. Yep, he's only been at this for a week. So I'm sorry. I apologize in advance.
and I've been holding the stream on my shoulders. It feels like
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Parker, go ahead.
I'm going to do the live.
Yes.
After that, it's all him.
But anyway, I've got this ink.
Oh, okay.
Mont Blanc Golden Yellow. It's a good
So-
one.
Yellow. What's that like?
Oh,
This is
I'll
yellow.
show you.
Mont Blanc, golden yellow ink.
I wonder what is it like to use yellow ink? You have to clean out your pen very thoroughly before you fill it, I guess.
Well,
Well,
yellow.
I actually bought it for my partner, Frederick, who's in the chat.
Yeah.
It's still got the plastic on it, ready to be
there we
peeled
go.
off.
Marilyn has yellow too.
Is that the
But-
same stuff? Okay.
Same
Yeah.
one.
I think it's worth it just for the bottle. Look at that. It's beautiful.
It's
That,
like
yeah.
$30 for the bottle.
Is that how much it is?
Now, why did the box that it came in is so much bigger than that little tiny bottle?
Because it has suspenders in it, so it doesn't crack.
I see.
Ah, that's
You know, Rob. Remember Stoddard's
Okay.
store in Boston? Stoddard's.
yes. The knife store.
They were the Boston Omas dealer,
Right.
and my friend Aaron worked in the shipping department, and they would get crates of Omas ink in, and then he was in charge of opening up the cardboard boxes that the ink bottle was in and stuffing it with Excelsior and then packaging them up because they wanted them to look like they came, from Italy already packed.
What's Excelsior?
Excelsior is that like those wood shavings, those little. They used to pack. I think they are wood shavings. They're very. It's like if you took a long stick and shaved little tiny shavings off with a pocket knife.
Okay.
That's Mont Blanc Golden Yellow.
Look at that. Okay, that's very nice. It's dark enough that it actually does
show up.
Yep.
show up. Yeah, exactly.
I was going to do a swatch for you guys.
Now, where's this pen, Parker?
What pen?
I thought you had a pen.
Oh, I do. I've shown it quite a few times.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not a fountain pen person. My partner is, who has 4,000 to 5,000 pens. But my son uses them at school because he's left-handed and it helps him a lot.
Oh. Now, is he is he an overrider or is he an underwriter?
A hook or a pusher? Does he write with a hook or?
A hooker or a pusher?
Yes, he writes with a hook. But
that's too bad. Parker, you really need to fix that.
Yeah.
What is it? What kind of pen is that?
That's a Pilot Metropolitan.
Yeah. A Metropolitan fountain pen, purple, something, so on.
Is it fine nib?
Excuse me, but all of this something is not going to do.
I don't know, sweetheart.
What kind of car do you have? I don't know. It's got 4 wheels. No. We need to know.
It says it's got an F on the thing.
It's got an F on the nib. Okay.
On
That's
the
a fine nib.
I believe you. Oh, it's a Pilot. It's a Pilot.
Pilot Metropolitan.
Okay, thank you.
Marilyn will tell you.
Thank you, Marilyn. Yeah, okay.
I don't know, but my son is a fountain pen person.
I love fountain pens. It's so funny because I didn't know anything about vintage fountain pens until I started watching Pierre, and I didn't know anything about regular fountain pens up until about 2 years ago, about now-ish.
Yeah.
Didn't
But like
didn't
now, I feel like I have a very wide, broad spectrum of what a fountain pen is, and what the generalization of their shapes and what they look
I'm
like.
learning.
So it takes me a while. But
We'll get you some more, Marilyn. Thank you. Well,
Yeah.
Didn't Frederick send you a whole bunch of pens and samples, Marilyn?
He did. He sent me a whole bunch of pens, and
Like a starter kit?
Yep. Well, I don't know about a starter kit, but he sent me a lot of these fountain pens.
Oh, aren't you lucky? He didn't send me a goddamn thing.
He sent me this thing, which is a Jinhao 992, but it came with a hooded fine nib, which is interesting. And then he sent me this one, which he put hot glue in the end of the thing so I could turn it into an eyedropper.
Oh, that's nice.
Which is nice. I'd never had an eyedropper up until that point. And he sent me this one, which is the broadest nib I have ever seen in my entire life. Oops, let me see.
Oh, wow.
So that's what it comes out as, just so you know.
Oh, look at that.
Thank you.
So
Frederick.
that's more orange. Holy cow, look at that.
2.9 millimeters across. I don't know what we're going to do with this, but...
Paint a house.
Yep, exactly. And
yeah, I see that. I like that color.
He sent me this, which is kind of like a Parker 45.
Oh, the hero or something?
It's
This is hard to do. I apologize.
I don't know what it is. But this is almost exactly like my Jinhao 51A, except in green, and this one it has an aerometric filling system, which is the first aerometric filling system I'd ever used before, and I totally did it wrong the first time, and that was educational. Why isn't it writing? Oh,
that's how you learn, right?
Letter. And then this one, which was my second aerometric converter, only I didn't know that you're supposed to unscrew this part, and I just pulled it off.
Yep.
Oh no, you have
nice.
always try to unscrew first.
Yeah, note to self. This is my Noodler's King Philip Requiem pen now, because note to self. King Philip Requiem.
Yes, I'm sorry, what?
Have you seen Nathan lately, speaking of noodlers?
I have not, no.
Yeah.
I have all of the Noodler's pens except for the Nafonza and the Triple Tail.
These are all the swatches, guys, just so you know.
Ooh,
they're all different yellows?
It's very yellow.
No, this is the same yellow.
Okay.
And I've just been going across.
With a Q-tip?
Good.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I don't know stuff, so.
Okay.
So cute.
I like it.
I don't know stuff. Maybe if I get my iPhone flash and maybe I could. I don't know.
Rob, look at this pen. Did I show you this pen? It has the script on it and the wall ever sharp, and it says PNUB, PNUB.
Really?
I had to look up what PNUB was. I was thinking it was like maybe a name. I've never heard of PNUB before. PUNB.
Am I doing well, Frederick?
And PNUB, PNUB means button like penis. A little button penis is a PNUB, evidently. So I thought that was pen for me.
That's too funny.
Is it written like initials or written like a single word?
It's written. I'll show you what it looks like.
This is my only other gold nib fountain pen. It's a Pilot Falcon, but
I was gonna. Sorry.
Inside the grip section, the little nipple that punctures the bladder of the cartridge, I broke it off.
Oh.
And so now this is an eyedropper pen. Okay, go ahead.
That's a shame.
It looks like that, Rob.
Is it time?
Okay, what does that mean, Pierre? Do you think I
Okay,
have
let
a
me know.
theory? I have a theory.
No, the theory will be wrong. It's not PNU with the
It's not Cyrillic. It's not Cyrillic. That's my theory.
Cyrillic.
Yeah, that's my theory.
Why you think it's Cyrillic?
Because there's no such thing as a name Penub.
No.
As I say, was it written with a parallel? I've got a pile of parallels that I don't use. Anybody want a pile of parallels?
Well, Ben and Friedrich thought it might be the old German script.
Yes.
The last letter was S, the
Yep.
double S. But
That's
it,
my theory.
that's not it either. What? That it's Croatian or Serbian.
I still think that's my theory because I don't know anything about. I know about.
Maybe it's PUNS. Puns.
No, there's a B there. It's a B. Isn't it right, Friedrich? Friedrich looked at it and he knows the old Slattern script or the Fractor and all that shit.
Yeah.
And
it wasn't that.
He said it's Penub. He agrees with Penub. Isn't that right, Frederick? Come to my aid.
I'm just going to show this one more time.
It's,
There you go.
Thank you. Yeah.
He added some movement and some line. When you show it on the Q-tip there, it looks like you've been cleaning out your ears.
Exactly what I was thinking.
That's true.
That's what it looks like.
I was going to say, are there any doctors in the house? But
There-
doctor.
Yeah, how
Yes.
many lawyers do we have?
I know that looks terrible. That color looks
I
terrible.
was going to say this is
Jaundice of the
concerning.
Yeah, jaundice of the ears. Yeah.
Have an infection.
Maybe he gets that from hearing too many windmills. The Trump thinking that windmills cause cancer. Remember that?
Well, that's right. Windmills do cause cancer.
Hearing the noise of windmills. It's not windmills. It's not the air flow. It's not
And it kills birds. Causes cancer. Kills birds.
Are you talking about the windmills that generate power?
Huh?
Don't worry.
All I know is that I really like my old nib for a dip pen nib now because that's great.
You got boinga boinga in the pen. So Frederick is saying
Boinga.
if it's Corrit, it's Penub. Corrit Schlief.
What is Kurret? Kurret Schrift. Okay.
Current shift.
Kurret Schrift. Okay.
Frederick, can you come on screen so we can talk face to face, please?
He won't.
Kurret
Yeah, he did before.
Frederick, you can do it without. You can just do it as like a normal phone call without being on face. So you don't have to set anything up.
It says that the word is Maltese. I thought that was a dog.
What are you talking about?
Current shift.
People from Malta speak Maltese.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, I thought that was a type of dog.
It is also.
So worldly.
Have you left the United States?
Okay, I used to, when I was like 7, I traveled the
I'm
world.
kidding.
But like, I have not been outside of the United States in like 30 years. So,
Okay, Frederick is going to join us.
Oh, my husband's going to join me. Okay.
I mean,
Oh,
he might.
Lord.
I don't know if he's going to show his face, but we'll find out.
I'm using his ink, and he's going to probably stab me.
No. No. Where are you? He's not here yet.
But
We'll see you later.
What? Who's leaving?
Leaving.
Oh, Affectional, Mitch. Okay. All right.
bye.
Bye,
All
man.
right, Mitch.
Bye.
Sorry I didn't interact too much in the chat, but I thought it was good for you and Frederick to chat.
Learn how to read on their own.
Yes, I just feel, some people just need to All right, bye, Mitch.
Have a lovely night.
Night, yes.
Okay, night. Sorry, Australia, morning.
What time is it for you, Parker?
It is 10:56 a.m. But the rest of the country has daylight savings. So
really,
so
we don't.
Oh, here comes.
It's like Arizona. They don't do daylight savings.
Hold on. Why can't I get you? Okay, there we go. So there's Friedrich D.
Hello.
Hi, Frederick.
Hey, Rob. How's it going?
Do you recognize Rob from?
Hello.
Have you've met Rob? I'm sure. Frederick. Okay.
Yeah, it's either the last time I saw Rob, it had to be either Philadelphia or Columbus, and that had to be about 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay, all right. I haven't been to Philly in an age, so it must have been Columbus. So
Yeah, it's been a while. I go through, like I told Pierre, I go through these huge depressive phases with pens.
Yeah.
I'll get mad with the collecting community and dispose of everything.
Yeah.
And then I can't stay away from it, and I'll creep back.
Uh-huh.
When you get rid of,
we're all
those,
good for doing that, you know.
Rob and I know. Okay.
Yes.
Shall we have David Isaacson call you on the phone and try to sell you something? Would that put you in a mood?
Oh.
Instantly. Yeah. Only if he could jack the price up by about 500% and then tell me he's giving me a deal.
Okay, well that's part of his shtick. So you got that all the time.
Oh my God, Becky.
Yeah,
So-
we do have. Admittedly, we do have some characters in our hobby. Some I'd like to avoid more than others. Some I miss more than others.
Some of we were talking, Rob, about having the ideal pen show where you have the blue state pen collectors in one room and the red state pen collectors, and we could just have fun in the blue room.
Well, that's an interesting question because, like so much of America, the world pen collectors is dividing along political lines, and I find some of the people I like the best in the pen collecting community are the red people, even though I am not one of them. So that's difficult. So I'm trying to stay on their good side, which is not easy.
It is not easy, no.
I try to keep my mouth shut, but it doesn't work very often.
We were all kicked out of the bar in Baltimore because we were having a little argument, a little too loud, I thought.
Oh, yeah. I do.
About England and the train and the stuff. And you were having a lot of domestic malt beverages that night.
Yeah. Well, I've repeated that performance many times since then. But I try to find red state people who don't mind good-natured debate. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
Okay. I'm trying to think who's a red state guy that you like.
Well, okay, so
You're okay.
the Lots,
Who?
OTP. You know Rob Lott and his brother Rich.
Okay.
I don't really hang out with them, but they're very nice.
Okay.
And they're having a big fight with. They banned what's his name from New York.
Isaacson?
Not Isaacson.
Novak.
Novak.
They banned Novak?
They banned Novak. They will not speak to Novak anymore, apparently.
Oh, why?
Yeah, because I guess political reasons. I mean, they're very gun
friendly.
They're gun people.
Oh God.
They're very Republican and gun fetishists, and apparently, according to what I hear, they are no longer speaking to Bob Novak as a result of this divide. I also really like Rob Bader from Memphis, Tennessee, who, you know, he doesn't vote, but every political thought that he has is right. And we have debates at the bar during that have remained very good natured.
Oh, good.
But it is, you know, when the world of pen collecting, when the pen shows come back, there's going to be even more clear divide between the red pen collectors and the blue pen collectors. I think.
I mean, if it tells you guys how bored I was at the last Chicago show, I spent about 80% of my time with Bill Weekly.
Oh, Bill Weekly. Oh, what a nice.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, everybody else either was pretty much really, really busy, or fairly new. There's a lot of new people, at least in the Chicago show, that from taking a break I didn't even recognize. So, which is good. We need new blood. But
yes.
it was kind of a shocker. I was like, you know, because it was my first time back since Susie had passed, and that was really, the Chicago show was really hard for me.
Yeah.
Without Susie, you know, because that was kind of our show, you know. But times change, you know.
It is.
But to see the Andersons in her corner, you know, I mean.
Oh.
That kind of like threw me, you know. It was wow.
Yeah, Susie in her ink splattered smock, her tables on her stilts, and her every light bulb that she could take from all of the vacant rooms of the hotel were in the lights around her table. Yeah, she was
the thing that always got me was the one hotel where she broke the actual lockbox off the thermostat so she could change the temperature in the ballroom, because she was irritated that she didn't like the temperature that the ballroom was set at. Yeah. So she needed to change it, and she couldn't find anybody that would change it for her or had the key for it. She just broke it off. The plastic box broke it off and changed the temperature herself.
Where was that Boston?
Yes,
I don't know if it was Boston, but I mean, it probably just to torture Pierre. It probably was.
I don't remember. I mean, when I was running the Boston show, I would occasionally get hotel people coming up to me and saying, "What is she doing?"
all of our busmen's trolley carts have gone missing.
Yeah, we don't have any extra chairs. We don't know where we didn't know where they went, and then we looked under, Susan table, and they were all there. Yeah.
She was good for absconding with extra tablecloths too, because she changed the tablecloths a half dozen times because they were always ink stained, you know, and then there'd be this big pile of wadded up tablecloths, you know. Oh.
In the laundry chute on her floor.
Yes.
And she'd always figure out where the Xerox machine in the hotel was, so she could sneak in there and then
get into the sales office to use their Xerox machine.
Yeah. But my favorite story, Rob, was when at the Swiss Hotel, my first year running that show, we had the Friday night thing in the ballroom near the small ballroom near the bar. And at 6 o'clock, we all had to leave, and we went to the bar. You and I went to the bar, and we drank and had fun. And I had to get up and pee, and I walked out, and I saw one of those little green foil mints on the floor. And I picked it up thinking I don't want to step in it and ruin the rug. And I picked it up. And as I was getting up, I saw another one, and I picked that one up, and I saw another one, and they went into the room that we just vacated up to Susan's table. So they were to lure customers to her table.
It was marketing.
It was marketing.
It was Susan Worth marketing. So did she yell at you because she'd laid them out for the next day?
She laid them out for that night. She was
for that night. Oh, okay. All right.
We all had left, but she thought, well, I'm not done. You know, there might be some honeymoon couple from Detroit visiting or something.
True.
You know, but
it costs tens of thousands of dollars to go to a pen show. You can take advantage of every hour that you've got.
Yes.
She told me often. Yeah.
Anyway, we do miss her. I wish that she was still around, but I'm glad she died with her boots on, and she wasn't, you know, in hospital for years and years and years, slowly going away. But she got right off a plane or something from a pen show and died right there. Right? Is that how it happened? I think she was the.
She left the Chicago Pen Show, got home, got to her driveway, got out of the car, and had an aneurysm right there in the driveway, and dropped dead in the snow. No one knew she dropped dead in the snow, and they found her, I think, the next day or the day after.
Oh wow!
Nobody knew because I think someone called looking for her 2 days later, and that's how they finally found her, because they knew she hadn't answered her phone.
Yeah, thank you.
And
that's how Frank died too. Frank was shoveling snow. He heard that his mother was dying in the old folks' home wherever she was. He had to go out and shovel snow, and he keeled over. And it was his. At that point, he had a girlfriend, which surprised everyone. But she didn't get an answer from him, and she called the police, and the police found him in the snow. He had a heart attack right there. So.
Yeah, I had just. It was strange because I had just seen her at the show, and I didn't go to buy anything. I just stopped in, took a quick tour around, bought a bottle of ink, and was like, yeah, you know, sometimes you're in that mood, you know, and the show was really crowded, and I was like, yeah, to hell with this. But I stopped by, and I saw her. I said, well, I'm not really in the mood. I don't want to stay for pen show after dark. And she was like, her typical self. She's like, oh, honey, don't worry about it. She's like, give me a call later in the week. You know, we'll go out for lunch. You know, the typical Susie thing. And it was about a week later, and I'm in the forums, and everybody's like, well, did you hear about Susan? And I was like, what the hell? What do you mean, did you hear about Susan? And then everybody's like, well, we're going to have a memorial, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do. I'm like, what the hell's everybody talking about? And they're like, well, she died. And I was like, no, she didn't. I just saw her. But she did. And then, of course, you had the typical pen show types that it instantly went, well, where'd all her pens go? You know, and it's like, oh, come on, people. You know,
no, let's not.
They went exactly where they're supposed to go, you know?
Well, yes. John Martinson was up and running with the Susan Worth table at the next pen show, I think.
Yeah.
Let's not waste any time.
Well, no, he had been very close to Susie for a long time. So
yeah,
if anybody deserved to carry on the legacy, it was him.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think I heard about it because he called me, and I
told you.
He called me. What?
I told you.
You called me. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. But I don't remember how I heard. I didn't hear it from Nick but he heard the same time I did. But I don't remember how I heard.
I think I was in. Yeah, I think I was in France since. I don't know. Yeah, it is. She was quite a presence, and it is a loss not to have her at the shows. Now that we're not having any shows.
No, and that worries me to some extent now that we really have been cut off to some extent from a lot of contact over the last year or so with a lot of people we normally would bump into at shows. That we're seeing a lot of pens appear over and over again in various sources and markets. That how many collectors and people we might be missing really without realizing it when the circuit starts back up again.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to think about it.
Well, I know, but I mean, if you just take 10 or 20 minutes on eBay anymore, there's a lot of people that are fleecing a lot of huge estates that it's not the normal eBay crap. There's some really good stuff that seems to be appearing out of the woodwork that people don't have a clue what it is. You just got to be patient and look. Yeah. Granted, there's a lot of us sitting at home now fighting over it, but there's some good stuff appearing now. There must have been last week, there must have been 20 or 25 different, wall tulip caps and various other things that you don't see very often usually.
I don't peruse the eBays. I've kind of put it on a block so that way I don't end up spending any more money.
Good idea.
I was, in a couple weeks before that, there was, I think, a half dozen John Holland hatchet fillers on there, which you don't normally see those on eBay either.
Okay, all right.
So you see some of that stuff and you try to put two and two together, like, well, who did I know that was really into this, or who did I know that was really into that? Try to remember, because some people are pretty much stick to a certain style of things over the years. But
sorry, Parker, he's reading the thing. He has a family emergency with his son.
Well, I hope everything goes okay.
Oh my. Okay. Yeah.
Would you like to tell Rob what you gave his son for Christmas?
Well, his son stole his father's credit card to purchase what I call a plethora of pleasure chest items from an adult store. So, to prevent this from happening again,
You
for Christmas,
your boyfriend's son the following.
For Christmas, I gifted my boyfriend's son a surgical stainless steel cock ring for him and his boyfriend to enjoy.
Yes, I thought that would be your response, Rob.
Makes perfect sense. I get it. I totally get it.
But I was told that the gift went over well. From the recipients, yes. Not so much from my partner, but from the recipients.
You're trying to corrupt my son. He's already corrupted, dear.
Yes. My ass is still in steaming hot water from my partner, but yeah. But as far as his son's concerned, I shit rainbows. Yeah. His son is very wonderful. He's a great kid. He really is.
Folks, I might call it a night here. I've been eating my dinner in front of you. Sorry, But let's do this again, Rob.
Sure.
Yes. Yes,
And,
please, because it's been
really
ages, Rob. And
you don't have to. But maybe you could use your phone and have it aiming down so we could show pens and writing.
next time I'll try to feel a little bit more spry, and we'll move back up to the office.
Okay.
You know,
Mhm.
and we could have more pen time, play time.
Okay.
We'll bring out some more fun things.
Good.
But Rob, you look the same as always. You look great.
Well, thank you.
Continue to do whatever you're doing. You know.
Oh.
That the malt beverage looks good on you, Rob.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Yes.
They don't look all that great on me.
Well, they say, you know, that's liquid bread. You know, it's called liquid bread in Germany for a reason. So yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Well, it was nice to see you all.
Well, everyone, yes,
I really
yes,
appreciate
it's been
them.
wonderful. I always enjoy it. Looking forward to it. Thanks again, Pierre, for making this all happen from the beginning. So,
And
And
remember,
thank you, Freddie, for all of the nice pen gifts you've ever given me. I don't think I've ever said thank you, but thank you. Appreciate them a lot.
anytime, Marilyn, I like to penable as much as I can. It's like a heroin/crack dealer. The more I can start, then I can get you
Yep,
started
yep.
with people
Like
like
giving
Pierre and Rob and other people, and
free
maybe then,
marijuana at
yeah,
the
that's right. Yeah.
you know they're going to be back. Get them started.
Then when we start waving those $1,200 pens in front of you, it's not such a hard deal, because we could say, well, you remember all those other pens you tried out that, you know, were free, but you really didn't like? Well, here's this $1,200 pen, and it'll be the one you want forever. Yeah.
Exactly.
And then we'll find another one, and another one, and another one, and another one.
That's the Conklin rainbow thing.
Yeah, isn't that beautiful?
That's
That
interesting.
was my Christmas
Oh, is that-
present for myself.
How do they do that? Is it like anodized or?
It's anodized.
That's good.
It's anodized copper.
Wow.
Okay.
Holy shit! How much does that thing weigh?
53 grams. If you threw this at someone, you could probably kill them very easily.
That thing would break. If I tried to write with that for an extended session, that thing would break my wrist.
Right? Exactly. I could write maybe a couple lines and then I gotta put it down.
Yeah, I'm used to like radite, ebonite, 15 grams, 20 grams at most. Yeah,
I'm used to my how 992s that weigh less than a nickel.
Yeah. But anyway, Pierre, enjoy your dinner. Thanks again,
thank you,
everybody.
and Rob, we'll
Have a
see you.
wonderful evening, and
Marilyn,
we'll see you all.
Rob, we'll see you another time.
Thank you.
See
See
ya.
you soon. Have a good night.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.